Good morning, sports fans, and welcome to another edition, the March edition, the March 1st edition of Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday morning quarterbacks on Saturday. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, hide your kitties, hide your children. We are trolling the digital airwaves. Good morning, and good morning yet again. If you didn't catch it the first two times, if you didn't catch it the third time. Good morning, sports fans. Welcome to Sports Talk in 2025. And yes, indeed, it's a miracle. And yes, it is. I did take a last-minute sabbatical, and I was unavailable last weekend, and I have my new materials. Oh, I am just going crazy. I am debating if I should be the pastor, the reverend, the minister. I don't know. I have all my materials, and I'm just absolutely thrilled and ready to be back. I will be taking a sabbatical again next year. I'll check the calendar, but I think it's February 16th through the 20th. I don't know. I'll see. But really happy to be here and really happy to be back. And hey, it's great. We got a lot of stuff we're going to be getting to shortly. So let me see. Let's do what we traditionally do here on Sports Talk with the Guys. Good morning, Lethal Migraine. Thank you for being here. All kidding aside, I was on a sabbatical, and I was gone for 4 days, and I needed the recharge, and it was great to be amongst all my fellow hypocrites and believers. So it was absolutely, hey, I could be the hypocrite. Nah, that's Stephen A. Smith, among others. No, I made the scorekeeper to enter the 18th year on Sports Talk with the Guys. May be looking for a new name. If you have any suggestions, let me know. But it may, I don't know. I've been mulling a change for 16 and a half years. So let me know. Let me know if there's something of interest or something you think I should go by. I mean, I already have Palpatine. That's on another one. But I don't know. I might just stick with Palpatine. Who knows? But anyway, it is 63 degrees, even though my indoors. Oh, this is interesting. I have my outdoor sensor now. I have a brand new toy, and it is a atomic connected, coordinated something clock, and it is 6:03 and 6:04 mark on Saturday the 1st. I see the moon. It's a crescent. And it's 53 degrees outside, 53.9. But my calendar gauge here at weather.com says it's 63 degrees. It is 61 degrees in here, which is a lot better. But we'll stick with it for the time being and find out what is going on, if they've been lying to us or not. Why don't you let me know who you are and where you hail from, and join. And good morning to Peter. I hope you're doing well out there in Diamond Bar. If my Twisted Sisters are here, I hope you are having a wonderful morning. And, of course, as I mentioned, Lethal Migraine. So let's run it around the horn. It's going to get to a high of 66. Really? Is that what it says? Okay, it doesn't tell me the high. But we have rain in the clouds. Even though weather.com says it's going to be partly cloudy with a 2%, over here it's telling me there's 44. It's quite a bit of water in the atmosphere, as a matter of fact. Oh, wait, in here. Outside, there's quite a bit of water in there. It's like 79%. I know, being into weather and geography and all this stuff, it does make me an elitist pig. Actually, I am an elitist pig because I know more. I do. So, and I keep it bottled up here. That's why I'm here spewing every Saturday morning. But when the weather prognosticators tell you there's a 50-some blah, blah, blah % chance of rain, that's actually incorrect. It's not in the probability. They're referring to the amount of water that's in the atmosphere. So there. Anyway, it's going to get to a high of 66, overnight low of 53, humidity is 62 degrees. Pressure is at 29.95 inches. Visibility is 7 miles. Sunrise will be in about 11 to 12 minutes at 6:18 a.m. It's going to sunset at 5:47 p.m. local time. Wind is heading out to the east at 3 miles per hour. The dew point is at 49 degrees, not 47, not 50, but 49. Like Gator from Ron Guidry, number 49. That was one of my first favorite numbers. And then it was 47 for Ray Fontenot, but that's okay. It's scorekeeper, keeping score. UV index obviously is 0 of 11, and we are in a waxing crescent. I suppose the crescent on my little map thingy is like that, but based on how you see the projection, I don't know how you see that. I don't know. I don't know how you see it, but I try to come up with every conceivable angle. Oh, wait. No, I'm not going to do that one because it's live. But once again, thank you. It's good. I'm being foolish. I'm happy to be back. I missed being on air. Did I just do that? I really did. Kings got whooped yesterday. However, Dallas is really, really good at home, so it's not much of a surprise. We'll be going over the NHL shortly, the standings and stuff. I was talking to a compatriot of mine because we always attend a Kings game in late March, early April. And man, being when I last checked, the Kings were in third overall for the playoff spot. We'll check shortly. There are basically no tickets for sale. You have to check other websites, and wow, it's crazy. It's difficult right now. I'm hoping to be able to go, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So that was a quick look at weather, taking a look at events that have happened today. Back then, we memorialized them. I do every 5. In 1910, the National Baseball Commission prohibits giving mementos to players on winning World Series teams. Decision is later reversed, making way for traditional winners' watches, rings, and stick pins. Neato. In 1938, the Federal Trade Commission orders 8 manufacturers and the PGA of America to end their practice of golf ball price fixing. Wow. Back in 1949, Joe Louis retires. Former world heavyweight boxing champion Joe Louis retires with a 66-3. That's what happens here when scorekeeper takes on everyone, including 52 KOs. He defended the title a record 25 times. That is impressive. Back in 1965, Australian Swimmer Authority suspend triple Olympic gold medal winning sprinter Dawn Fraser for 10 years for misconduct at the 1964 Tokyo Games. Back in 1969, Tuiz D. Testa becomes the first female jockey to win a race at an American thoroughbred track when she takes out the third race at Santa Anita aboard Buzz On. Back in 1975, the Five Nations Rugby Championship between Scotland and Wales at Murray's Stadium in Edinburgh attracts a world record attendance of 104,000. The Scots win 12-10. So that's a quick look at history. And I think I have a Facebook reel for you guys today for the joke of the day. I don't have a regular joke, but let's see. Hold on one moment. Let me see if I can set this bad boy up. Do I even have sound on this? Actually, I do. Okay. This is a Gen Zer, and this is for Sports Talk with the Guys. This will be the joke of the day. I ask you to bear with us. So the Gen Z kid is being asked to enter a code. So enjoy for the joke of the day. Hopefully the sound does come across.
It's £15.91 pound. 15. No, that was 51. Try to open it again.
Idiot.
Okay, £15.91 pound.
I don't know what you mean.
Hit the pound key.
What's the pound key?
Hit the pound key.
You want me to do it?
No, I'm laughing so hard at this.
Hopefully you enjoyed that one. I saw that one the other day. It was kind of cute. It's really funny. Let's see. Lethal Migraine says, just waiting in the parking lot. Kick Colin Hanks' ass, steal his seats. Well, we'll see. He still has his seats, and you never know. You never know. I might get lucky. But we'll see what happens. Going around the horn, it looks like, wow, what is with the AVP? They don't have their schedule up yet. That's crazy. I don't understand. It's already March 1st, but whatever. Taking a look at Rugby Down Under in the Telstra Premiership. Round 1, baby. Looks like it's opening day later on today at 4 p.m. local time here on the West Coast. The Raiders open up against the Warriors at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. The Panthers visit the Sharks. And on Thursday at 1 a.m., the Roosters visit the Broncos. At 11 p.m., West's Tigers visit the Knights. Friday at 1:05 a.m., the Dolphins visit the Rabbitohs. At Friday, 10:30 p.m., the Dragons visit the Bulldogs. And on the 8th, the Sea Eagles visit the Cowboys. Wow. Oh, and on the 8th as well, the Storm visit the Eels. And then they start a bye week. Absolutely awesome. Round 1, way to go. The Telstra Premiership is underway in National Rugby League down in New Zealand. IndyCar. They're going to start March 2nd. Opening day, baby. 1 day, 2 hours, 47 minutes, and 20 seconds. Mark. So you can see how we are time coordinated with the website right there. So congratulations to IndyCar. And they already had their practice at the Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. Pretty kind of neat. So after St. Pete, which will be tomorrow, they're going to Thermal on March 23rd. Long Beach, April 13th. Barber is on May 4th. Indy is May 10th. The Indy 500 is on May 25th. And Detroit, then St. Louis, Road America on June 1st, June 15th, and June 22nd, respectively. July 6th, Mid-Ohio. July 12th and July 13th, Iowa. So James Kirk fans can have a good time. Toronto, the revisionist James Kirk fans can have a good time. And July 27th, Laguna Seca. August 10th, Portland. August 24th, Milwaukee. And August 31st, Nashville. So it's opening day weekend for Indy. So looking forward to some good races there, and we'll see what happens. NHRA, baby. The Gator Nats, March 6th through 9th, Gainesville, Florida, opening day. So we'll have details on that happening next week. Formula One, let's take a look. I don't believe they're open yet. Yeah, Australia 2025, March 14th through the 16th. So we'll keep you up to date on the schedule. China is 2025, China 2025. Not China is 2025, because if you look at the country, no. Anyway, Formula One, the Heineken Chinese Grand Prix is March 21st to the 23rd. Japan, the Formula One Lenovo Japanese Grand Prix is April 4th through 6th. And Bahrain, Formula One Gulf Air Bahrain Grand Prix is April 11th through the 13th. And I believe we will have a race in Qatar. And again, it's Qatar. It's not Qatar, you elitist dumb asses. It is Qatar. You ask someone from Qatar, they will tell you it's Qatar. Ugh. Morons. Ugh. Well, it would be the scorekeeper to keep people correct worldly pronunciations. NASCAR. Season's on, baby. And let's take a look at the standings in NASCAR. Ryan Blaney is a number 1. He has a 1-stage win. William Byron is second at 75, obviously minus 12. Tyler Reddick is at 72. Austin Shindrick, driving a Ford, is at 68. Bubba Wallace, driving a Toyota. I don't. 64 at minus 23. Kyle Larson, Chevrolet, good for him. John Nemechek at 61, tied with Kyle Larson. Ricky Stenhouse is also tied with Kyle and John. Alex Bowman is 9th, and Chase Elliott is coming up 10th. Joey Logano is in 11th. So, yeah, we'll see. Circuit of the Americas will be tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Atlantic time, or Eastern time. Check it out on Fox. And you can have the Xfinity race later on today at 2:30 Eastern. So following this race will be the Las Vegas Motor Speedway event on March, I believe it's 13th, 14th, and 15th. So, 14th, 15th, and 16th. Sorry, I had to get my calendars in order. So let's take a look at NHL and the standings as we do traditionally here on Sports Talk with the Guys. Last night's scores, quite a bit of action. Okay, well, maybe not. There were 12 games. No, 3 games on February 28th, the last day of the month. Wow. The Toronto Maple Leafs 3-2 over the New York Rangers. The Kings, as Lethal Migraine implied, was walloped 6-2. And the Colorado Avalanche just, one less than a wallop, 5-2 over the Minnesota Wild. Hey, it is what it is. Let me go over the standings, and you can follow along with me as I go over this, and we'll see. So in the Eastern, you have it right there in the Atlantic. I'm not going to do that. We're to do the division. You have the Toronto Maple Leafs at 76 points, Florida Panthers 75, Tampa Bay Lightning 72, Detroit Red Wings 66, Ottawa Senators 62, tied with the Boston Bruins, how the mighty have fallen, and the Montreal Canadiens at 61, Buffalo Sabres are at 53. In the Metropolitan, we have the Washington Capitals at 84, Carolina Hurricanes at 72, the Devils 70, the Blue Jackets 66, Rangers are at 62, Philadelphia Flyers 60, the Islanders 59, and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Where are you, Mario Lemieux? Where are you at 57? In the Western, then you have the Central in the Western. The Winnipeg Jets are at 87. The Dallas North Stars, actually just the Stars. Were they the North Stars, Lethal? When they were in Minnesota? Is that the name of them? Anyway, we'll see. I don't know. The Minnesota Wild at 72. The Colorado Avalanche is also tied at 72. The Utah Hockey Club, 63. St. Louis Blues, 62. Nashville Predators, 49. Chicago Blackhawks, 41. And finally, in the Pacific, you have the Vegas Golden Knights at 76. Edmonton Oilers, 72. The Los Angeles Kings at 70. The Vancouver Canucks, 65. The Calgary Flames, 64. Anaheim Ducks, 59. The Seattle Kraken, because they are not crack-a-lacking, at 54. And Matt's San Jose Sharks are 39. And ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. I do not have intro music because I'm too cheap to pay for it. But I have to tell you, I must bring them on right now. I have to close the screen, but I'm stalling because my hands are frozen and I cannot close the screen. Oh, there it is. The screen is closed. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. And there goes the voice. Big talk.
Good morning.
Sorry, dude.
How can it be frozen if it's 63 degrees in there?
Yeah, no kidding, huh? Yeah, no kidding. Good morning, big dog. I did notice that little electrical bleep or blurp or whatever.
All right,
You
let me
can
fix that
adjust
right
it
now.
very quickly, but it's really good. As Lethal Migraine said, as someone forced to watch the garbage wild, they're a bunch of overpaid, underskilled, heartless losers. And yes, they were the Minnesota North Stars. Moved to Dallas after the 1993 season. Good morning, big dog. How are you doing, young man? How is life out there in, well,
In the boonies?
I was going to say, you just say boonies. I'm telling myself that too, because we're out here in the boonies. So how's everything, dude?
Yeah, it's going good. Does it sound better?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Okay, good.
It was just a slight
Great.
adjustment to your voice because your voice is the effervescent big dog.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, damn.
I did have a question because I've been listening.
Sorry.
IndyCar racing, you
Yes.
said it was in Thermal. Was that Thermal, California?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I will verify that because I've been wanting to check it out myself because I know they've raced out there. That's not very far from us, is it?
No, it's not.
I obviously wouldn't be able to make the Long Beach Grand Prix. You know the connection that I have to the Long Beach Grand Prix. My sister, as you know her, as Lukey's, she drove for the longest time the 1985 Long Beach Grand Prix Indy pace car.
Okay.
She purchased the vehicle. It was used. It had
Oh,
10
that's right.
miles
Yes.
on it.
Yes.
It was the MR2, the boxy one.
Yeah.
And that was neat, man. I drove it. She let me drive it a few times, and that MR2, geez, I'd never driven a car like that in my life, and it was nice. But that is the tiny connection that I have to IndyCar, and it was a Toyota MR2. It was really cool, and there are pictures of it on the internet. I think we did that a few weeks ago. That we found the 1985 MR2 still on the internet. Sad because they broke in, stole the car, and they, of course, the insurance company actually paid her quite a bit of money for it, but the car was cherry. It was cherry.
Yeah.
I have to admit it, she takes care of her vehicles, but it is what it is. So, as I was telling everyone, and I'm sorry to bore you, I did go on a last-minute sabbatical, and it's going to be on the calendar now, so I will find out when it's going to be next year. I already had the dates. I just don't remember at the moment, but I will be gone, and if Sports Talk with the Guys wishes to continue for that weekend, just gotta make sure we're on it. But around the 16th of February, that's the best I can tell you right now. Next year, tentatively, everyone, you gotta get on the co-hosts, not me, them, and have a program, have a party. I don't need to be here, so it's all good. So how's the weather with you right now? Does it look like it's going to rain?
Let's see. I don't go outside. Let's see what it says.
No.
It's 52 degrees and no chance of rain whatsoever.
Yeah.
In fact, the only it's going to rain. Not according to mine, it's not going to rain till Wednesday, and on Wednesday it's only a 40% chance.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we get a little bit of water and we get to play. I am a bit tentative. I am disappointed. As you know, we have 3 cats. One of them is the Freddy cat that lives here. She has now been missing for about 2.5 days. I tried to get her in the garage. This is Canela or Cinnamon. She would not come into the garage 2 days ago. She would not, and I could not get her in. And it took me over an hour and a half to fail at that. And I gave up at 12:30. And I went back out at 2 o'clock. She wasn't there. And that's about the time the coyotes tend to show up. Now, she's a survivor. I don't know, but I am concerned. I have not seen her for 2.5 days now. She's never, ever, ever, ever done that before. So hopefully it didn't happen, but we'll see. The door is open right now, and she would usually come in when I was doing the programs to have a meal, and she has not shown up yet. Hopefully she's okay.
Well, hopefully she got picked up by a neighbor or someone
Or
passing by.
animal control.
Oh, well.
Because if animal control picked her up, I can go get her. Because she is tagged. And
okay.
So I'm gonna have to do probably if she doesn't come home this weekend, I'm gonna go over there on Monday. Because they have a 3-day period where they treat them, they do this stuff, they're quarantined, and then they're there for, I don't know, a week, maybe 2 weeks, and then that's it. So we'll see. Hopefully, I don't know if someone would have been able to pick her up, man. She's a fraidy cat. No one can get near her. So we'll see. I haven't been able to domesticate that one yet. That one's been tough, but we'll see. As regard to this, unless you're taking days off to whack the Pope and rig the Pope election, No more sabbaticals.
Hmm.
I will put that one in my pocket for the time being. Because I got to play Secret Service agent. I was asked for one of the conference meetings if I could assist, and they gave me this awesome radio, and I had the whole setup. I had the Secret Service set up in my ear. Oh, man, it was awesome. It was just absolutely great. And look, the big dog arrives, and now Aisha Kerr gives us a little bit of love. So maybe Aisha will be able to join us shortly. Thank you for the like. It's early in the morning. Big dog, it's been
Yeah.
several weeks. Luka Doncic. How's he doing? I've been reading stupid stuff because, as everyone knows, I troll the lower layers of the internet, the lower levels of the internet. That was funny that day when I said that. I'm like, who reads this crap? I do. How's he doing? How's Luka Doncic doing?
He's doing okay. His shooting isn't, he's not shooting up to what he usually shoots, but then, of course, he was off for almost 2 months with the calf injury. You know, he hadn't played since, I think, the Christmas game. So he was out all of January and half of February. So he's working himself into shape. The Lakers are actually doing very well. They've won, let's see, if I remember correctly, since January 14th, they are the best team in the NBA.
They're
And
like 6-2 in the last few games right now.
they are actually they've won I believe it's 13 of the last 14 games.
So they cannot be 6-2.
Yeah.
Do the math, people. That's
So
impressive.
yeah, they're doing very well. They are now actually in the number, I'll tell you right now. They are in the number 4 spot in the playoffs, and they
Dude.
are only one game out of getting to the number 2 spot. So
I'm so sorry. I wasn't trying to be rude, dude. I just happened to read it. Since you can now buy U.S. citizenship for $5 million, can I sell mine for $5 million?
if you can get a taker,
Dude.
but then where are you going to go, Lethal?
Seattle.
I may be one of those old idiots, but I could have sworn Seattle was still a U.S. place.
We'll let him figure it out. Europe,
And
Sweden, or Germany, most likely. There it is. That would be interesting if you could actually sell your citizenship. Wow. Didn't think about that. I would consider it myself. Folks, I mean, this is how bad it's been. Everything has been approved for me, and I'm obviously in line. I don't know what's going to happen over the next 12 weeks. I actually have a lot of stuff scheduled. I had my first shot in my wrist. Oh my God. It was a surprise. It was a surprise. Getting the cortisone shot in the wrist. I'm going to have one in about 5 weeks on the right one, and then 6 weeks again after that in the left, and then 6 weeks after that on the right again. And wow, that's crazy. So I don't know what's going to happen moving forward, but it's going to have a lot of things happening. Secret Squirrel Scorekeeper? I don't know. Oh, you're not going to be able to join us? I'm so sorry, Aisha.
well, she says
Do I
she
have
doesn't
to
think that's a good
beg?
idea. Why isn't that a good idea? That's what
Do I
I
have
want
to
to know.
beg? I don't know if I want to beg this morning. I feel good, but I don't. Oh, is it because of the religious overtones, Aisha? I've always been that way. I was joking about that this morning. Actually, no. I've always thought in the back of the mind, because I remember when I came up with the nicknames for this program, Big Dog was like, "Oh, spent a day and a half coming up with that. Huh? Well, okay. Oh, well, we'll come up with something else. No, Scorekeeper. We'll keep that one." And I've always had in the back of the mind of this rock here that I may have chosen badly on the names. So I don't know. I've always thought it. I always thought I mislabeled the big dog by calling him the big dog. But everyone loves the
Why?
big dog. Well, because I kind of came up with it, and you were like, "Oh, okay." Maybe, hey, maybe the big dog wants a new name. I don't know, like El Perro Grande or El Limpy. No, you never be Limpy because you can still kick the crap out of a lot of people. Did you see that little that humble pie smile? Yeah. But anyway, without being overtly stupid as I normally am, Big Dog, you were saying about Luka Doncic and the Lakers being 12 of 13 or 13 of 14, doing fairly well. They're in the fourth spot now in the NBA.
Yeah, they're
I
in the
was
fourth.
listening.
Yeah, they are in the fourth spot. They just beat the Clippers yesterday. And as I said, they are only one game out of the 2 spot. So things are looking good right now. Luka's getting better. Is getting more familiar with the team. So pretty good. Let's see. Yesterday was Friday, so Thursday they had a game, and if I'm not mistaken, he had something like 35 points and like 12 rebounds. So he's doing a good job.
And how are the two egos playing with each other?
Very, very well, actually. So that seems to be working for now. And of course, as we know, it's not going so well for the Dallas Maverick because Anthony Davis's first game back,
I saw that.
yeah, he ended up with a non-contact injury, and he's been out. He will probably be out for at least another 2 weeks. I think the original prognosis was him being out 1 month. So yeah.
Did he have that injury thing
Before?
about him? Oh,
Well, yeah, he's injury prone, yes. Last year was actually a very, very good year for him. He played 73 games, I believe, 73 of the 82. So,
all right. Good morning, Aisha.
No, it's not Aisha.
Oh, you rat! Good morning. How you doing, homie Claus? Is me.
Stud Muffin!
What's going on, guys?
What's up?
That hurt.
I'm not sure what we're talking about yet, but I had a funny and I wanted to share with the big dog and scorekeeper. I heard, so why don't boxers have intimate relations before on a fight night, before the fight?
Well, I know the actual answer to that, but I'll play along. Why? Why don't boxers have intimate relations before a fight?
I don't know.
Because they usually don't like each other very much.
Impressive. I like it.
I heard that. I was like, oh my gosh, I got to share. Big dog's got to hear this one. Scorekeeper's got to hear this one.
I appreciate that one. Thank you. Aisha.
My internet is cutting in and out. I am getting ready to go into work in a minute, so I just kind of wanted to jump in and say hi.
And
Hi.
I think the young man
Hi.
is me. Well, before we lose Aisha, I did want to comment.
Is a spinning circle of death for me. I'm not sure about you.
That was good. I like that. Dude, I miss you. Where the hell have you been? Aisha, I hope you work through things and you'll be able to join us.
Same here.
Shortly, yes. Dream, how's life out there? Is it warm? Is it cold? Is this the time of year that you like the desert?
It's 54 degrees right now. By 8 o'clock, it'll probably be in the like high 70s, early 80s.
Wow.
Or early 80s.
Early 80s? Okay.
Whatever. I'm tired.
That's funny. Yes.
I feel like I'm in my early 80s.
You're funny. Hey, Dream. I was at the CCD Congress this past weekend.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Oh, I'll bore you to death off air. Yes.
Well, I have my appointment for tomorrow, so there's that.
Impressive. Well, we'll be able to see. Hey, folks, all I can say is that the goal that Dream and I have is to attend a religious education conference together. We've already done one over at Dodger Stadium back in 1999 or 2000, and our lifelong goal is to attend another one. So
Yep.
maybe we'll do it over in Arizona. Maybe we'll do it over in Washington, D.C. One never knows, but that is our bucket list item, right, Dream?
Yep.
Dream, how do you go in there? I mean, do you have like a spell of protection? Because we know when you walk in, you're going to start to burn. So
I know somewhere if I dig deep enough, I can find a P. Diddy joke, but I'm not going to.
I will tell you that, oh, Aisha, I'm sorry. Well, hopefully you're able to return and join us again. So
you should take care.
we'll be thinking about you, young lady. So hopefully we'll be able to spend time with you. What was I going to tell Dream? As I was there at the conference, I was terribly disappointed at the pickings. I was genuinely disappointed. And then I ended up showing up at these Spanish conferences, the speakers. Oh, damn, that's where they were. I was like, wow, I should have gone to my roots. I should have gone to my ethnicity, and I should have gone there. I was like, damn, where have all these girls been? Wow. I was like, wow, man, I'm going Latin next time.
There you
Wow.
go. There you go.
Yes. I now know where my peoples were. So it was good. I was definitely disappointed. And as we were at the Anaheim Convention Center on Sunday, all of a sudden we started seeing these women walk in. Guys, it was crazy. They were almost punk rock. There were emos, there were everything, but they all had beautiful hair. We're like, what the hell is going on? Well, apparently there was some sort of event at the convention center as well on Sunday only having to do with hair. And they asked me, hey, dude, what's this all about? At which point I removed my cap and I said, do you expect me to know?
That makes sense.
I was like, and they all looked at me at first and like, was that a yes or is that a no? Are you saluting us? I'm like, get out of here, you rookies. But Lethal Migraine says, I will remain a heathen. The Catholic Church and its billions of gun sales still doesn't have enough money to get me to attend one of those. Well, we'll see. Now, also today is an outdoor game at the Ohio State football field. Detroit Red Wings versus Columbus Blue Jackets. 90,000 fans are expected to show up in one of the winter games. Also, Lethal Migraine did share with us that today, and Dream is the 215th birthday of piano legend Frédéric Chopin.
Chopin?
Oops, sorry.
Yep. All right. On that note, I got to dip out. I got to get into work soon. So I have to do my preparations and such before I walk in the doors. But I just wanted to pop in, like I said, say hi and hope everybody has a great week. And we'll catch you on the next one.
All right.
All right, man. Take care.
Dream. All right,
bye,
buddy.
guys.
We'll see you. All right. He wants to know where's his foe, damn it, or pho. Sorry. I don't know. I didn't get a chance to ask Dream, so we'll see. I'm hoping to visit with Dream in late April or early May out there in Arizona. And who knows? I'm going to have to try some of the regular pho. I understand the pickings are a bit light or there's too much of it. I don't know. We'll check out the lay of the land. Have you ever been to Yosemite, Big Dog?
Not Yosemite, no.
But around there?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think about it.
Yeah, I'm looking to take a sojourn up there. We interviewed someone who from Tuolumne County on Travel Edge Radio. And I was like, I know how to pronounce that. and we were talking about some of the parks, Hetch Hetchy, as well as Yosemite. It was really, really cool. So they have a massive train museum up there. So I'm like, oh, trains. I think I'm in.
Yep. That's why you're going.
Oh, yeah. Why would I go to Yosemite? No, of course I would go to Yosemite. But since there is a massive yard up there, that would be good. Oh, look at that. The big dog with the limp has the Lakers symbol on there.
Yep.
So, well, while the big dog returns, I just want to go very quickly over the standings in the Southwest. As a matter of fact, you have actually, I was wrong. The Pacific Division. This is something I haven't seen in a while, man. The Los Angeles Lakers are at 37-21. The Clippers are in their rightful spot at 32-27. Sorry, DD. Sorry, not sorry. I just say it to make you feel better. The Golden State Warriors, which is a surprise. But we can talk about what's happening with the Golden State Warriors as well, which is a little interesting. So as the playoffs near, well, not the playoff. Actually, we still have quite a bit of time left. But the Sacramento Kings are 30-28, and the Phoenix Suns are 28-32, homie.
Yeah.
So
highest, if I'm not mistaken, that is the highest salary in the league, the Phoenix Suns, and they suck.
Really? At 28-32.
Yes, they're 28-32 with a team salary of $212,283,821.
Wow. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. They've played 60 games. They only have 22 left.
They're tied with the Clippers for the number 10 for the is it the 9th spot? They are actually the Golden State Warriors are actually in it. They're in the number 7 spot, so they will make the playoffs.
I'm sorry, I was referring to the
Phoenix Suns. You're right. Yeah, I backtracked. I'm sorry. Phoenix is 3 games out of the 10 spot, so yeah, they're struggling. And they have all that money, and it just didn't go anywhere.
And that is a shame, because that team spent money for its fans, and obviously it was money that, hey, if the players were healthy, if it would have done it, they would have been geniuses, but they're not. Everyone laughed at the lake. Well, okay, I'm generalizing. There were significant amount of people that, while they said that the Lakers did rip off the Dallas, Mavericks, they were still thin on the backside, and they would have definitely a playoff run in them. And now people are changing the tune by saying that the Lakers are now the favorite to win the West. Would you care to comment on the idiocy of such verbiage?
The Lakers did improve. Damn, it's addition by subtraction, essentially right now. They haven't played too many powerhouses in this run that they've been winning since Luka came onto the team. They did play the Denver Nuggets, and they played in Denver and absolutely destroyed the Nuggets, which was a surprise, since the Nuggets have had the Lakers' number for the last couple of years. But it's still the fact that there is no real big man to battle someone like Jokic for 7 games. We may be able to win 1 or 2 games, but I don't know if we can take them 7 games in a row. I don't know if they can shut them down, for a playoff series. So it's going to be all about if they have a really good run, it's going to be like in 2020 when they won the title, where it's a team effort, where they're having 3-4 guys playing center throughout the game. That's the only way they're going to do it.
Now, does it, based on the fact that the NBA has changed to a predominantly outside shooting league, can you get away with the rotational center, kind of like some teams in baseball have gotten away with bullpen by committee. Does that actually work? I know it's a stupid phrase, but I think you know what I'm alluding to.
For the
Center
most part,
by committee.
for the most part, no. There's too many good centers out there. The centers are finally coming back after being gone for a decade or so. You have people like Jokic. You have Embiid when he's healthy, which isn't very often.
Wait a minute, didn't he just get benched?
He just got
season.
Yeah, they shut him down for the rest of the season.
Oh, they shut him down. He wasn't benched.
Yeah, no, he wasn't benched. He's been
having that article was stupid. Then.
Yeah, there's been a lot of that out there. People are just publishing articles just to put it out there and get clicks. Like the whole thing with the Luka Doncic thing, that they got rid of him because they didn't like the fact that he smokes. He goes to the hookah lounges, and he goes to, he has his honey roll at midnight or whatever the hell it is, sweet roll, but yet he's the guy that led you to the finals last year, scored 33 points a game last year for the season, led the league in scoring last year, but yet they trade him. They said because he didn't perform well in the finals, and it was because of Jaylen Brown, the defense Jaylen Brown played on him. But yet, if you look at Luka's averages in the playoffs or in the finals, they were above average. The only thing he didn't shoot well was his 3-pointers, but everything else was Luka-esque, if you want to put it that way. So I think they're just looking for an excuse to why they screwed up. And they gave away the franchise. Luka had his birthday yesterday. He turned all of 26 years old. So, as scorekeeper and I, who have followed sports all our lives, know it doesn't matter what sport you're in. You don't hit your stride. You're not into your, athletic best till you're about 28, 29, 27 to 29 years old. 28's a sweet spot. That's when you're in the best you're going to be. Luka's not even there yet. And this is how incredible he is. So, yeah. You would have laughed, scorekeeper, because the GM for the Dallas Mavericks travels with the team a lot. And didn't know if you know, but last week the Lakers played the Dallas Mavericks in Los Angeles.
Well, that I do know. They played them.
And the GM was there while Luka was out there shooting, his practice shots. They kind of looked at each other a little bit, but neither walked over to the other at all. Oh. And the GM, it was so funny. He stuck out like a sore thumb, Raj. He had on a bright blue suit, like a baby blue colored suit, sitting on the sideline. So everybody's in their sweats or their suits, and usually when you're a sportscaster, you're wearing a dark suit so you don't contrast with the background. And now he was in this bright blue suit, and he's sitting like on the scorer's bench, just kind of leaning, just looking around. And it's funny because the cameraman was looking at him, and it was Luka shooting his outside shots, but behind Luka's shoulder was the GM, about 20 feet behind him. He just had a perfect line shot.
Whoever set that shot up was genius, whether it was by design or luck. That's funny. Wow. We'll see.
Yeah, they just
true. We'll see.
Yeah, I still don't. Of course, I'm not gonna look or give horse in the mouth, as they say, by them giving us Luka. But Embiid is going to get surgery. That is still up in the air. Lethal. I read the article last night. He is looking for alternatives as to why his knee is not getting better. Evidently, they've taken MRIs, they've taken scans, they've taken everything you can take of his knee, and it's structurally sound. He's just not healing for whatever reason. He's having a lot of problems with it. I tend to feel that it is his testicular fortitude that has a questionable background, but that is just personal. Because he is the guy that said if it was up to him, he'd never play a back-to-back the rest of his life.
Well, he may not be playing back-to-back seasons for the rest of his life.
So,
How interesting that the man who was complaining about such things is now
exactly.
down. Wow.
So, there's a lot of they're trying to compare him to Kawhi back in the day when he was with the Spurs, and Kawhi was having those problems where it was the Spurs doctor saying there's nothing wrong, but yet his doctor said no, he's having knee problems. There's a problem here, and they ended up he ended up being traded, of course, to Toronto, which then miraculously he got better and won them a championship. What you counted?
How many rings does Kawhi Leonard have and Embiid have?
2-0.
Yeah, okay, Embiid.
One
Good
with-
morning, Peter. How you doing? And of course, he's greeting the big dog. Wow.
So he's in Diamond Bar, huh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, what time tomorrow? 2 p.m., buddy. 2 p.m. We're looking to have the brothers get together and families, so it's rather exciting. And we'll see. We'll see what happens.
And then, of course, the following week, I think it's the week of the 9th, we spring forward on the time.
Oh, stop it.
I believe so. Let me make sure. Let me make sure my brand new phone that I purchased.
Oh, really? Good for you. I was going to get one and I bit my lip because I was so angry. Folks, I had a loop.
I remember you. Yeah, this was like about a month ago. You were going to go get a new iPhone 16.
I haven't yet. I got angry, very angry, as scorekeeper does when he spends a lot of time in the bowels of the internet.
The
As
blogosphere.
you know, I had mentioned that when Sprint was Sprint and you would buy online, you didn't pay sales tax because it was shipped out of Kentucky. Well,
Oh, okay.
now that T-Mobile is T-Mobile, they're shipped from a place that does collect. And I was rather angry about that. You know, I don't want to pay sales tax, damn it. And
I was the same way when I bought this.
Yeah.
So I switched carriers.
$9.99? Where's the $9.99?
Exactly. So I switched carriers because to put it nicely, my credit is much below 700. Let's put it that way. So it's kind of hard for me to get like a phone on credit. And I had Cricket previously, and Cricket would give me a phone or let me purchase a phone, but they wanted it paid off in 3 months. And I was like, no, I can't do that.
Yeah.
So Spectrum had been sending me emails because, I have Spectrum cable and Spectrum internet. And they're like, oh, since you have internet, we have the special running. So
My
finally I
daughter
was like,
has that phone from Spectrum. I got her that one.
yeah. So I was like, okay, let me check this email out. And their deal was I can get their mobile service for free for an entire year. I actually upgraded it to the higher gigs online, and also by chance it includes you get a new phone every year if you want at no extra charge, and I'm only paying $10 a month for that. So I went on. I said, well, let me see if they'll give me a phone. Let me see how much that'll cost me.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, it's $37 a month, and it's the iPhone 16 Pro Max. I was going to get the 15 because it was $33 a month. And I said, well, let me see how much the 16 is, since this one's so cheap. And then when it said 37, I'm like, oh, shit. For $4 extra, I get the the newest one, and I got the 512 gigs, so I went up one level. So yeah, I love it. I went from the iPhone 10, which was dying on me, to now the 16. So I went from having to charge a phone like every other hour to not having to charge a phone now till I charge it like
day.
every other day. Yeah, every third day or so. Yeah.
I still have the iPhone 8, and like I said, I was about to press, and I was going for the 1 terabyte phone that
Okay.
it had. Yeah, so it was like $399 to get it, and then but they're gonna give me like 400 or 500. They was actually gonna give me a lot of money for this phone, which for those that know and don't know, the iPhone 8 Plus is still used by millions of people worldwide. It is a good phone. It really is. And just technology has been getting away from it because it's 8 years old. So Lethal Migraine says he hates credit cards, but he has one gas card and his limit is over 800. Way to go, dude. I can tell you I've seen 800 before as like, the number. So I like 800. It'd be nice. So we'll see. It's good stuff.
So will you? Also the same thing. The phone, $38, and then said, we'll do the activation fee, but we'll waive it, and we'll give you this, but we'll waive it. They go, you just have to pay the tax. I was like, God damn it! So it was $180 in tax. I'm like, shit. I'm like, all right, I guess I could do that.
Yeah, mine was about $200 in tax. It wasn't
Yeah.
that much, but I was still unhappy about
But
it.
exactly, same thing. I was the same way. I'm like, I don't want to pay the tax.
Hey, wait a minute, $9.99. That's what you got me in on. $9.99. How did it go to $399 or whatever, or 400? And it's just no. It was like close to 600 for me. I choked.
Oh, okay.
I choked. There was no doubt. I'm like, I don't want to. But I had 64 gigs on this phone, and it's really only the last year and a half that I started running into issues because the base model for this one was 32 gigs. I lucked into the 64 because they didn't have any other models that day, and I'm like, okay, I'll take that one. And so now I'm like, all right, I'm probably going to hold this phone for another 6 to 7 years. Might as well go up to the 1 terabyte. And yeah, my heart stopped. Yeah. My daughter was like, what's wrong? Says, sales tax, baby. So I'm going to get one soon. I just nah. I don't know. But since Peter is in the chat room, maybe he would like to join us for the first time. As you know, the one who's in the chat room, I met this young man back in 1984. I've known him since then, 41 years. I played baseball with him for 3 years. And one of my greatest personal moments is when he hit his first home run. As he's running the bases, he yelled out, dude, that one was for you. I was like, oh my God. I was like, wow, that was neat. I was a cheerleader on the team, folks. I was, and I enjoyed doing it. It was a lot of fun. But having that moment, I still remember him chugging around the base paths. And that was really cool. It was I have not forgotten that one, Peter. So yeah, there are a lot of Peters here today. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with all the Peters in the world. So I'm looking forward to getting together with my classmates tomorrow over at the hall, the Knights of Columbus, right there in El Monte. So it'll be neat. Looking forward to it. We have a family event that we've been planning for a little while. One of our brothers is not well. And I do want to give a shout out to one of my brothers who today, yeah, Yeah, that's for you, Roger. Thank you, Peter. Dude, I remember that vividly. I remember that, man. I don't remember who we were playing, but dude, you hammered it. And folks, we had a baseball field at school that was open. Okay. He hit that ball so damn far to left field that he just chucked around the base pass while the outfielders chased it down. And he was just chugging along, man. Didn't even bother to hurry. That ball was hit deep. I just remember the crack of the bat. It was absolutely awesome. I did receive an email from the 66ers on their upcoming schedule. Opening day is April 7th, which is a Tuesday, and I already have all the Tuesday games scheduled. Yep, no fence in left field, man. None. And when you hammered it, dude, I think that ball is still traveling. It's probably somewhere near the cemetery now. But yeah, that was absolutely impressive. That was cool. See, when Scorekeeper played, it was a bunch of this. It's like the what's his face in Major League when he tries to bunt it, he's like, oh, and he's got to run it out. I had a few of those, but no. As I said, in the 4 years that I played, I didn't get into very many games as a hitter. I walked as a freshman, stole second, and scored on a base hit. And in my other years, I told you guys, I got into pinch run, but to actually at bat, no. I was the 9th man on our 8-man pitching staff. Nothing changed. Right? You've heard that from the day you met me, right? I mean, see, he's laughing because I never took myself seriously, guys. I always said that. See, look, he knows it. I've always said that. I was the 9th man on our 8-man pitching staff.
Well, actually, I had a smile on my face because when you said you bunted, it just reminded me of Bob Uecker talking about that. He said he wasn't doing very well, and of course, we all know he was. I think he was a lifetime 200 hitter, maybe less than that.
Yeah.
But he talked about a time that he said he was in a slump, so his manager told him to get a lighter bat to take to the plate. And he said, and it wasn't because it was going to be easier or me to have a quicker swing. He said it's because after I struck out, the bat wouldn't be as heavy to carry back to the bench.
That was good. That was funny. Folks, I am struggling right now. I actually did start. I don't have my hot chocolate right now. And I don't want to make a cup of coffee because I had a cup of coffee on, when was it? Friday morning. Folks, as you know, I'm not going cold turkey, and I'm very resentful of people who are telling me, oh, well, you've got to drop the coffee. You can go to hell, okay? I have done incredibly well, and I'm proud of it. I have gone from 2 cups of coffee a day to 1 or 2 cups a week. And I'm even cutting that down. So I was agitated that I had to make a cup of coffee, but I did do it. And I'm most proud because the big dog remembers me at my height. When we would go to breakfast, my cup of coffee's on the table and we're bleary-eyed. And what do I do with the sugar shaker? Remember? 1001, 1002, 1003. That was it. That was my sugar count. Now, every cup of coffee, I was using 4 creamers, the sweetened ones. I am now down to 2. And I'm doing well. But
it's all about moderation.
You got to get rid of it. In here, toma. So
it's all about moderation, man.
Yes, and but I am hurting this morning because I don't even have my hot chocolate or anything. So I did prepare it, and the door is open, and I don't see Canela. She should have been in by now. I am. She's had it hard, that little cat, because she's lived out in the street. And that's why I've opened up my garage to her, because I wanted her to have a place at least. And as I said, 2 nights ago, I couldn't get her to come in the garage. She just would not. She would not come in. And I don't know if she was telling me I'm done.
Actually, that's just what I was going to say. Has she been sick or lethargic? And maybe
No,
she's okay.
no, she's like 2 years old. But that doesn't mean they can't be sick. No, she's been fine. I just either the coyotes did get her, or she got picked up by animal control. At which point, if she got picked up by animal control, I'm like, I'm all right with that because she is tagged and she is fixed. So she's a beautiful little cat. I took a Oh God, I hope it's not the last video. I posted a video of her and the other cat the other day. That's the last day I've seen her. Oh God, I hope that doesn't. Oh. Anyway, I gotta get my coffee. I'll be right back. Big Dog, you have the proverbial helm. You have the con. You are the OOD, and I'm gonna tell everyone about the DOD joke because I told it the other day. But the Big Dog is now the OOD. I'll be right back.
All right, folks. Since there you go, old man getting up and walking. So since he gave the NHL, standings, I'm gonna go ahead and give the NBA standings. I guess the door was locked. In the Eastern Conference, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers with the best record in the NBA at 49-10. So of course, Almighty's happy with that one. Boston is 42-18, 7.5 behind. The Knicks are 39-20, 10 behind. Milwaukee is 33-25, 15.5 behind. Also 33-25 is the Indiana Pacers, 15.5 behind. And then it's Detroit Pistons at 33-27, 16.5 behind. Miami Heat are 28-30, 20.5 behind. The Orlando Magic are 29-32, 21 behind. Atlanta is 27-33, 22.5 behind. And then the Bulls are in the 10 spot, 24-36, 25.5 behind. And it is the Brooklyn Nets at 21-38, Philadelphia 76ers at 20-38. And they have lost 9 in a row. And then it's the Toronto Raptors at 18-42, the Charlotte Hornets at 14-44, and the Washington Nationals at Washington at 10-48, and they are the worst team in all of basketball. In the Western Conference, the surprising youngsters, the Oklahoma City Thunder, are 48-11. Next up is Denver at 39-21, 9.5 behind. The Grizzlies are 38-21, 10 behind. My Lakers are 37-21, 10.5 behind. Then Houston at 37-22, 11 behind. Clippers are 32-27, 16 behind after losing to the Lakers. Golden State is coming on. Golden State is coming on strong at 32-27, also 16 behind. Dallas is 32-28, 16.5 behind. Minnesota is 32-29, 17 behind. And the Kings are in the 10 spot, 30-28, 17.5 behind. Then it is the Phoenix Suns, 28-32. The Trailblazers, 27-33. The Spurs at 24-33. And of course, they have shut down Wembanyama for the rest of the season. And also, Coach Pops will not be coming back this season due to personal matters. And I also believe he has some medical problems also. So he is also gone for the season. Then it is the New Orleans Pelicans at 16-44. And last place are the Utah Jazz at 15-44.
Big Dog, you are the BTRFL. You are not the OOD. And now we have the translation. Better than Roger, fearless leader.
Now that you're back and you have your little hot cocoa with you.
Oh, I wish I had the hot cocoa. No, it's coffee, damn it.
Oh, okay, your cafe.
My mocha juice.
So, of course, as we all know, baseball is just around the corner. spring
Oh,
training has already started, and so these are some of Major League's perceived unbreakable records. And I'd like to get your thoughts on whether these will ever be broken or not.
hold
These are
on.
just yes.
Knowing that we live in the age of the pussification of America, please proceed.
Career wins. Cy Young's 511 career wins. Closest active player is Justin Verlander at 262.
I believe Justin will get 300, but no, he will not get 500. But if baseball does make the changes, which it looks like it will,
Mhm.
and you heard it here first, it will be there will be a 400 game winner in the future.
Oh wow, okay.
But that is down the
All right.
road once baseball gets its stupid act together. So
Okay.
now go ahead, big dog, and we'll comment on these two in a
Excuse
moment.
me.
Yeah, we will comment lethal. Thank you.
Cal Ripken's 2,632 consecutive games played. Closest active player, not a damn person.
Okay, go back to a minute ago. The
Yes,
pussification of America, folks.
exactly. Yep.
5'11". I'm never gonna say no, but yeah, it's not gonna happen. And the Cal Ripken, no, folks. There's two people in the history of baseball that crossed 2,000 games. Of the 10,000 people that have played baseball, do the math. No, Cal
And
Ripken.
one came damn close, who I believe would have broken the record, but he doesn't know how to slide, and he effed up his thumb sliding into home as a Padre after
Steve
leaving the
Garvey.
Dodgers. Yes, actually, Garvey has the National League record. He's
By
a National League.
far,
Yes, yes. I think it was 1900 and something, 1800 and something.
it
It
was
was
a
a lot.
lot. It
Yeah.
was a lot.
And
And
if I'm not mistaken, Ripken and Garvey,
yes,
they're at the same time.
well, Garvey was before Ripken.
Oh
Garvey
yeah,
was
yeah,
already in
by
the
a lot.
70s,
Yes, yes,
but they played at the same time.
yeah. So that one's an incredible one.
What?
What?
Are you talking about his brother? Maybe? What do you mean he cheated? Seriously. All right, I'd like to know what you're thinking. Big Dog, please proceed. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Joe DiMaggio's 56 game hitting streak. Closest active player, Little Daddy Vladdy, who had a 22 game hitting streak in August of 2024.
Not with today's 97, 99 mile an hour fireballers coming out of the bullpen. I
Okay.
don't see it happening. No. Could it? Yeah. But no. If pitching changes the way I see it changing in the future, yes, it could be broken. But in the next 10 years, no.
All right. Of course, Lethal Migraine already touched on it. Barry Bonds is 73 home runs. Closest active player is Aaron Judge, who of course hit 62 in 2022.
It will be broken eventually.
I think so also. The way some of these guys are hitting.
Yeah, and folks, everyone said that about Babe Ruth, and then Roger Maris did it by one, and everyone said Roger Maris, and even McGuire was talking about. He says, "Don't talk to me until come September. I have 50." And guess what? September showed up, and he had 50. Okay, it happens. It happens. Players get locked in. Could
Yeah.
I see someone breaking Barry Bonds? Yes. Do I see someone breaking Barry Bonds on base percentage? Oh, no. Folks, no matter what you think, when Barry Bonds was getting one damn pitch a game,
And yeah, and hitting the whole
ridiculous.
run.
It was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
he
agree.
would walk. I would have walked the dumb bastard with the bases loaded. There's no doubt about that when he was. But walking him to start off an inning, that's stupid. That was stupid. But I can understand walking with the bases loaded. I'd rather give up one than four. But it
Exactly.
was that time that Barry Bonds was seeing one pitch a game, and that one was ending up in McCovey Cove.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Nolan Ryan's 5,714 career strikeouts.
No,
Close-up active player, Justin Verlander. He has 3,416.
no.
And Verlander's on his last leg. So, yeah.
Actually, well, folks, actually, that record could be broken because of the Major League Baseball hitters' free swing mentality. But the pitchers aren't allowed
But
to
the
pitch
pitcher,
now.
exactly. That's what I was going to say. The pitchers aren't allowed to pitch 9 innings anymore. After 4 innings, they're done.
Do you know who had an outside chance had he been healthy? Who do you think I would seriously? Lito Migraine.
Kershaw?
No. He's okay, all right. That's fair. But like I said, when my other buddy Peter and I were at Dodger Stadium, and I always said the misguided faith in Kershaw is stupid by Dodger fans in the playoffs. My other buddy Peter looked at a kid who was wearing the jersey 22. What do you call that? And I said, I call that bad parenting. That was funny. But anyway, nothing to take away from Kershaw. He's a world champion. It's like twice now. Even though he didn't play, he still contributed to his team. Look, Kershaw has 2 rings. It's over. Look at his playoff record. It speaks for itself. When the Dodgers won, remember, in the playoff run, he gave them 3 games of 7 innings with 1 run.
Yeah.
That's your ace. That it speaks for itself. He won. There were other times he should have had he gotten a bit of luck, but dude, his playoff numbers are still atrocious. They're still so. But go ahead. Who do you think? So Lito Migraine says and it's a big if Skeen stays healthy, he could K the world since nobody can hit worth a damn. I'm not prepared to argue that. I would agree with you on it. But who is the pitcher? And I'll give you a hint. It's not Oral Hershiser, but he did pitch around the same time. Who do you think would be the pitcher that could have had a chance at breaking? Oh, could have had broken. Sorry, Sister Pauline Therese. I'm sorry. Sister Mary Sean, I'm rolled. I know. Who do you think I believe could have broken Nolan Ryan's record or had a shot at it had he stayed healthy? The Doc.
And I was going to say Gooden. I was going to say Gooden.
Ladies and gentlemen, that 12-6 curveball that he had, and he threw 94, 95. Nolan Ryan was a fastball curveball pitcher. Dwight Gooden was the exact same. And he was lithe, and he was a fun. Had Dwight Gooden stayed healthy, it could have been a run. But again, no.
You like the nose candy too much.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is Ricky Henderson's 1,406 career stolen bases. Closest player is Starling Marte at 300. Marte, excuse me, at 354.
So which record? The season, the all-time? That's a no. That's a no. That's a no. I'm sorry.
That is true. All right.
Folks, look at Ricky Henderson. I was stunned by this. How many times did Ricky Henderson steal 100 bases this season? There's a trivia question. Look it up, folks. How many times did Ricky Henderson steal 100 bases in the season? We all know he stole 130. How many times did Ricky Henderson steal 100? Not a trick question. I was surprised when I looked at the numbers. But go ahead, Big Dog.
I don't know, but I'm going to venture it's low, so I'm going to say twice.
That's right. That's right. Very good. Look up Ricky Henderson, folks. Don't get me wrong. Nothing away from Ricky Henderson. But he only crossed the century mark twice. That's still incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But everyone thinks that he was stealing 100, 100, 100. No, he was in 80s and 90s regularly. But he only stole twice. So anyway, go ahead, Big Dog, please. I keep interrupting you. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Next up is and this was one name I was not familiar with, but Hack Wilson, who had
RBI.
191 RBIs in a season. That was in 1930. Close-up active player is Aaron Judge, who had 144 just this past season.
Yeah, remember in 1985, Don Mattingly had 145. So,
Yep.
folks, as monster as those years were, you still have to add 50 RBIs to be in the ballpark. That's how massive that Hack Wilson record. Big Dog, no. It's just impossible. There's no such thing, but yeah. 190. Folks, that's an RBI a game.
Yeah, it's actually just pretty much 1.2 a game, and you would have to play all 162 games.
That year by Hack Wilson, he was a hack, man.
And not only that, this is 1930. So how many games did they actually play that season?
Right, it was not 162,
like 140,
148.
148. So even more astounding. All right, next up, Walter Johnson's 110 career shutouts. Close-up active player,
Justin Verlander.
Clayton Kershaw at 15.
I remember when they used to keep a track of the shutouts.
So do I. I remember that.
During the season. They don't even bother now. No.
Wow.
No.
Yeah. With Kershaw, at 15 and he's the leader of active players, it ain't happening. All right. Yeah. Johnny Vandermeer. Back-to-back no-hitters. June of 1938. And I love this one.
Of baseball.
I love this one. Close-up active player to be determined.
Yeah. That's funny. Folks, a no-no is just incredible. And I was talking to some people yesterday, and Big Dog knows one of my prized possessions and one of the few things I've been able to hold on to in my life is the Dodger ticket that I have for June 29th, 1990. I was there, and I may go and get the ticket right now and show it up. And I was lucky to attend that game. That was probably, for me in attendance, the greatest game I'd ever been to in my life. The 6-0 no-hitter. That was the one day that even Cardinal fans were hanging around because they knew they were on the chance. You don't want to see it against you, but it brings baseball people together when one player is doing what some people think is a miracle in baseball terms, and it's just unreal. And he did. Threw a no-hitter in 1990, June 29th, 1990. And my buddy Raymond and I were daring each other, like, nah. No. And all right, F it, let's go. And Big Dog.
And
I
of course,
had just gone through my breakup with Lisa.
Oh, okay. So this was a very nice thing to happen then.
I remember coming home that day, and I called my mother. She didn't know what had happened, obviously, and I said, Mom, Fernando Valenzuela throw a new hitter. And I'll never forget, I'm paraphrasing her, so I guess I did forget. I'll never forget what she said. She goes, your worries, your fears, everything left for 3 hours, didn't it? I said, yes. She goes, that's what sports is about. And people forget that. Yep. That's why we love sports. That's why we're fanatics, because for a short while, we're able to get away from everything around us. And I remember on that day when my life was sad, It was, and you know, oh man, I guess I'm gonna admit this. Fernando Valenzuela took a pain away for a few hours that night, along with my friend Raymond that I went with. And as you all know, my brother passed away in July. I had already had the tickets for the game on Tuesday. My daughter and I weren't going to go, and we're like, let's just go. And we witnessed a come from behind miracle with the 66ers. Johnny Teixeira hit a grand slam walk off in the bottom of the ninth to win. And again, this was Tuesday. My brother passed away on Sunday night. And you all know I had a chance to say goodbye to him. I was fortunate. And on Tuesday, a baseball player that I'd never met took away some of the sadness for a little while. I will never, ever be able to share the love and fascination that I have for this theme called baseball. It has been there in many moments in my life. It's been there in historical moments in American history. And I have a direct connection. I mean, my father taking me to a game, me going with the big dog regularly, and me going with my family to baseball games. Do you remember the movie City Slickers?
Yep.
And there's a scene when they're on the ranch. And one of the guys was talking about they were talking about the relationship that they had with their fathers. And mine was not unlike theirs. And one of them said, my father and I fought regularly, almost to the point where we hated each other. But when we talked baseball, it was real. It was live. And I remember nodding in the theater. I remember that. And I did not have a contentious relationship with my father growing up. It's not until he decided to leave the family and, form a new family. It's when I had issues. But baseball is in my DNA. I was fortunate to be on a team in high school. I was fortunate to play semi-pro ball. Was I destined to play it? No. But I had the chance to play. And baseball is in my DNA. And I'm so sorry if I'm going down an emotional streak right now. And I apologize. I miss all of you, damn it. So, this is who I am. Big Dog has a connection to baseball. He has a connection to basketball. Things that have happened in his life. And that's why we're here, folks. Because of our fervor, our love, our shared mutual experience. Yes, it's just a game. But it's the few times that we're all on the same page. Whether we're cheering for that team or not, we're all in it. And it's kind of cool. So, rant over.
Oh, it wasn't a rant. It wasn't anywhere close to a rant. Are you happy your buddy, Mr. Stafford, is going to remain a Ram?
No.
No? Okay.
I wanted to see him as a Raider. But even he's too smart for that. I am happy. You guys know the story. I've had a bromance for Stafford, a sports bromance for Stafford for a long time. I think a lot of people did because he was a good quarterback and he never had a good team. But remember, when he was with the Lions, he had the tendency of beating big teams, but he just didn't have a good team all the time. And I always thought to myself about Stafford is, man, if he were to ever get on a good team, could you imagine? And when he came over to the Rams, I'm like, oh, wow, this is going to be. I cheered for Stafford that year to win. And I was a Ram that year, no doubt. and it was fun. It was fun seeing the
So,
Rams.
so he restructured his contract. Details weren't really given. He had 2 years left on his contract of his current contract. I'm not sure if they restructured it and maybe added a year. Uh, no, no details were given at all. It just says that he signed a contract extension with the Rams in March of 2022. Had 2 seasons left on the extension with $4 million guaranteed this coming season and no guaranteed money in 2026. So I'm not sure how the restructuring went, but he says he's happy to be staying here, and also that he is 191 yards shy of 60,000 career passing yards. Only 9 other quarterbacks have reached that milestone.
Wow, I knew he was in the 50s. Dude,
Yep.
60,000. I've always admired Stafford. I have. I
So
like
he
Stafford.
so he may break that game one that he
may
plays.
break that one up. He may just snap, go deep. No, he won't. That would be fun. Oh man.
And in other football news,
Damn.
a certain tinfoil man may not be leaving New York after all, as the Giants are now interested in him. They said since they struck, because evidently the two teams that Stafford talked to were the Giants and the Raiders before the restructuring happened. So now that the Giants say that they have missed out on Stafford, now their list of possible quarterbacks does include Aaron Rodgers. So he may still be in the Big Apple, torturing Tanya.
Wow. That is messed up. I'm going to share an article that I have, folks, and it's really a lot about nothing. That the NFL has made a decision on the punishment of Tom Brady for trying to recruit Mr. Matthew Stafford. It's a waste of time. They get together regularly. They have a history of getting together. But at the time it happened, the implication was that now that Brady is a owner of the Raiders, that it was tampering. And there was a big do about nothing this week in sports about that. I don't know if Big Dog missed it, but it doesn't matter. It's a waste of time. But we're going to comment about it because I live in the bowels of the internet. So a lot of people were saying that Mr. Brady should be punished because it's tampering. And the NFL said, how can it be tampering if the Rams allowed it? The conversation.
That's just what I was going to say.
Yes!
They allowed his.
You didn't hear anything about it because it's BS. Go on, Big Dog. I interrupted you. Go on.
No, it's just, I'm telling you, there's so many people out there just putting out stupid ass stories just to get the clicks.
Now, there was legitimacy to the claim that, oh, well, this is tampering. You can't do that, even though they were under the guise of meeting with each other because he's the owner. Well, the NFL actually had to make a decision. If you do read the article, folks, a complaint was genuinely made, but the NFL said, based on our investigations, there's nothing here. So it was kind of funny. So apparently
see what
they simply ran into each other doesn't happen. But someone went ahead and made that statement. Well, they don't simply do that. And that's what blew up on the internet. And in reality, they have met from time to time. And that is a problem when you have people that were competitors, could be what you call friends, and now one of them has entered management or ownership. Does that relationship change? Should it? Could it? Would it? I mean, that really, in a way, it kind of sucks if you think about it.
Yeah,
I
it
know
does.
that it might. Go ahead.
No. I'm saying, yeah, it does. I mean, it sucks. You know, you
I
have a
know.
friend,
Go ahead. Yeah.
you have a friend that, you know, you meet with semi regularly, and now because you are in a management position or ownership position, now you can't talk to them, you can't meet with them, you know, without the internet going crazy saying you're tampering, you're doing this, you're doing that, when you may not even be talking football or whatever sport you're associated with, you know, with that person.
I just laughed when I said, but that's what brings you together. Right. Yeah. They're not talking football. Yeah. But even if they were, it's only if you get caught. Do whatever you want. And it's America after all. Yeah. So,
Yeah, you have the most illegal person in the highest position. So yeah, you guys are right.
you know, we cannot argue certain things in life, but I think it was kind of cool. Now, in a tiny bit of a follow-up to that, Rich Gannon, former Raider quarterback, calls out Matthew Stafford, and I'll put this one in the chat room if you guys want to waste time on this. I came prepared for the Raider talk a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. So I'll share it with you right now, Big Dog. Oh, I did not. Sorry, I did not give you the
What?
first one. Now I give you the first one and the second one. But the whole thing is, as you know, the Raiders are in the market for a quarterback, and they've even tried their luck landing Matthew Stafford, as I mentioned. They would have needed to trade for the Rams quarterback, but it was all for naught as he chose to remain. And as so Big Dog eloquently reminded us or educated us that there was a deal that was done. Former Raiders quarterback Rich Gannon, the team's last franchise player under Sender, weighed in on the Stafford situation on Friday. I forgot he was the 2002 NFL MVP, but apparently he was not happy with the things that went down regarding the 16-year veteran and basically accused him of using Las Vegas as leverage. Listen to that. I'm not happy because he used the Raiders as leverage. How did he use the Raiders as leverage if he redid his contract? Why did he redo his contract? Why do players redo their contracts, Big Dog, in the manner that you described?
Number of reasons, but I guess in Stafford's cases, he didn't want to leave Los Angeles.
He didn't want to leave Los Angeles, but didn't he extend out the money to make it easier to sign other players?
They were assuming, or I'm assuming, that he did. No details were given on how it was restructured. But that is usually the case when they restructure a contract in the NFL, is you add a year to it and you're making a little bit less money, but it's more guaranteed money or something to that sort.
I stand corrected, Coffee. Hey, what up, Matt? Get your butt in here, homie Claus. Get in here. So, Matt, if you have a phone, you can do it through your phone as well. Click on the link. We don't need to see your beautiful face, young man. We just need to hear you. So, I will send you the link one more time.
Is his BlackBerry compatible?
I don't know. We'd have to find out. So, Matthew, I'm going to send it to you. But anyway,
The Motorola Razr?
Accusing him of using the Raiders. It's the Raiders asked for permission. They got it. He spoke. It is. It's done. I don't think he was ever going to leave. Yeah, I don't think he ever was. So
And then, like you said too, I mean, they were using the Raiders as bait. I mean, if you want to talk about someone that has done that, then you look to Kawhi Leonard. No, not Kawhi Leonard, PG-13. Because remember, he had us dangling while he was making a side deal with the Clippers, saying, "Bring Kawhi to the Clippers, and I'll sign with you guys." And used us as that. Hey, if you guys don't sign me, then I'm going to sign with the Lakers, and kept us waiting while he got his deal that he wanted.
a quick comment. I agree with you. Big Dog and I know that at one time Motorola was the shit. We
Yeah.
don't know nowadays, man. But that's fair. Matt, hopefully you're able to join us. Now, the Raiders are a bit uptight because Ben Johnson did use the Raiders as leverage. That we do know. That did leave a foul taste in Raiderland. So
You
I was
know
gonna
you
call
know
my
who
buddy in Las Vegas, tell him, hey dude, is there a preseason game? But this time if we go, we're gonna be up there. I told you guys that one game that I went to, which was uneffing real. But I had a sneaky suspicion I'd never be able to do that one again. As a matter of fact, I talked very briefly that the Kings tickets that we got last year, they're not available this year because the Kings are in third place. The tickets that we got for about $100 last year, which were really nice tickets, they were in the bowl, and everyone who's been to crypto knows what I mean. And they're now over $220 each, plus fees, which is about 20 to 30 bucks each.
Yeah, fees are crazy.
Starts to get a bit expensive at that point. I don't know if I did. I am not prepared to confirm nor deny. But
Yeah, right.
yeah. So I want to go catch another Raiders preseason game. I do. I enjoyed that time with my seminary brother out in Vegas. So we'll see. We'll see.
You know what would be, and we've talked about this before. There's no reason why a preseason game should cost as much as a regular season game. You know, and we've got into it before because the starters don't play. They play maybe a quarter, if even that, in a preseason game, especially if it's the first couple of games. You hardly see any of the starters whatsoever, but yet they're still charging the same outrageous prices to go to a oh my God. It's General America. How you doing, dude?
It has been a while, young man, and we're doing some football talk right now. Is the combine going on right now? They are. I've been a bit
I
detached.
believe so. I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it started. Yeah.
Folks, Cuervo, we don't see the little symbol, but thank you. That's what it shows up in a little square, which you are not. So, Cuervo, Huevos Rancheros, buddy. That's all I have ever since I met you. Big Dog knows it to be true now. Wherever I go, because of you, brother, I have Huevos Rancheros. I mean, you guys see it all the time. I post the Huevos Rancheros. It is just, it works. And the funny thing is, prior to meeting Cuervo, I didn't ever order Huevos Rancheros. I was a Grand Slam kind of guy, right, Big Dog?
Pocho.
Yeah. Thank you, Cuervo. Yeah. Folks, you have not lived till you call a draft with Cuervo. I was privileged to do a program with him, and it was fun. It was absolutely fun. You have not lived. And if Cuervo is interested in doing a draft this year, that would be interesting. But he is part of a massive radio network, so I don't know. I don't know if he has an NWD or NDA or something. Or a non-compete clause, because we don't have one.
The big question is who's he looking for to help turn around the Bears? Because the Bears
Actually,
were not very good last year.
Cuervo, I know it's early in the morning, young man, but if you want to join us, all kidding aside, you're more than welcome. We do appreciate your comments in the chat room. But if you want to join us, by all means, I'm going to send it over to you. But I know you're busy, buddy, and it's a thrill that you're able to join us right now. But if you want to go ahead and comment right now, what are what the hell is this? Oh, not the Cubs. Damn it! the Bears! Jeez! Oh my God! I
I wasn't going to help you. I wasn't going to help you out either. I was going to make
No,
you.
you weren't. That's all right. That's okay. That's the love that we have for one another. Like, oh, dude, this is too fun to watch.
Yep, exactly. I was like, should I help? No, not going to help him. Let him figure it out himself.
Okay. I would love to make myself useful, Cuervo, but me talking about that is about me talking about horror movies. I know 2 horror movies, and that's it. I thank you. I am looking to get into hockey, folks. I have been practicing more and more. Ooh, I didn't mean to say that. I've been looking more and more into hockey. Big Dog and I always had it on our bucket list to do more hockey. It's just we watch everything else. How much
Pretty
time
much.
in the game is there in the day, Big Dog?
Exactly.
So it is tough. I'm still trying to get to the link to send it to Cuervo. Cuervo's like, hurry up, Scorekeeper. I have a life, damn it. So it's like the window probably already passed. So if he's able to join us, it would be a thrill. So, but anyway, just having him in the chat room. Yeah, I just had some a couple of weeks ago. Cuervo, I sent you an image of Huevos Rancheros because I was out in the Inland Empire and there was this place that was open at 2 o'clock in the morning. Folks, Big Dog and I used to get together at 2, 3 in the morning to go to, not King Taco, but we would get together after our shifts or when we were in between shifts and we would go and have a meal at 2, 3 in the morning, right?
Yeah.
Where was it? Denny's, huh? Almost all times.
Yeah.
Or
Usually it was Denny's. Sometimes Norm's, but not. The Norms didn't come till way later though.
right. To our knowledge, because they've been
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah. But something about food and my train of thought's gone. I don't know. I'm gonna have some coffee. Oh, so there was a restaurant that was open. Thou just not knowest normist?
No, that
Can
probably just
we-
brings back memories for him.
Can we have him join us? And
I still remember we all 3 of us were there at Norm's to eat breakfast.
That's right, Cuervo.
Raj goes first, and he's like, scrambled eggs, pancakes, and I forgot what meat he got. Whatever it was, I got
It was
like
probably
bacon and eggs
It
with
probably is
pancake.
pork.
Yeah, and we're all happy with it. And then he puts us to shame. Let me have a omelet, but with egg whites only, with vegetables on the side, and
We're talking about Cuervo.
yes. And it
And
was
Big
like,
Dog
damn
and I
it.
look at each other like, is he speaking English? Yes, Cuervo. We went to Norm's. That's the one that was close to my house when you came over to visit us at one time in the Great Slap Fest. Ladies and gentlemen, General America. We call him a General America because of our respect and admiration for him serving his country. And he was in the Marine Corps. I'm not going to embarrass him any further. Not that he's embarrassed about that, but I'll never, ever, ever. I'm right here where it happened. The desk may have moved a little bit. It's further back now, Cuervo. It's further back against the garage wall. So it actually happened a bit over there. But Cuervo was on the inside. Big Dog was on the outside. And the funniest thing I ever had in my life was seeing this man who is trained to defend America says, well, I'm going to say something right now, but I'm a little worried about the Big Dog. He either said slapping or hitting me or something. He said, I'm worried about the Big Dog slapping me right now because he was sitting right next to him. At which point I cut off Cuervo and I said, what? What? You're trained to kill. How can you be worried about these 2 blobs right here? Oh my God, I remember that, huh, Big Dog? You and I died laughing.
Oh yeah. And I would say the only way I'm going to hurt him is if I fall on him, and he doesn't move out of the way, and he doesn't move out of the way in time.
Oh my God, that was so funny. Those shared experiences, and the affinity that I have for Cuervo. Oh, there it is. There it is. I said I didn't want him to smack me. Ha ha ha. Yeah. At which point I'm like, dude, we fear you. That's right, smack. There you go, Cuervo. Thank you. I'll never forget. We were at Binion's, and we were doing the
Yep.
program, and I was going up by everyone I was passing by, and some people were talking to us, some people were not, and that was a fun day. That really
Yep.
was a fun day. And I was talking about the Raider quarterback situation, and Big Dog had reminded me who it was, and I started to rail on him. And then
Funny how 15 years later we still have the same situation, a quarterback situation. All
Funny.
this time has passed,
Oh my God.
and nothing has changed.
You and Couch Potato were talking about the Raider situation on how I think it was Wilson. No, not Wilson. It was the other guy. I forget his name. And I'm like, dude, you guys are hi, sir. I threw my mic in his face because he was playing the slot machines and he was listening to us. And I'm like, would you have any comment? Dude, can you educate those two on how sucky the Raiders quarterback situation
Donovan
is?
McNabb. There we go.
Donovan McNabb. And I'm like, dude, no. Come on, help me out here. And he's like, well, he went through his soliloquy, and all of a sudden, I asked you for help, dude.
On crutches, I might add. Remember, he was on crutches.
On crutches.
Because he had injured his ankle.
Beginning to answer, I was like, I was already like, dude, this guy knows sports. I crutched over to you guys.
Yep.
Yes. And I remember that vividly. But I did appreciate the reason why when he crutched over is because I did notice he was listening to us. He was, which was really kind of cool. So it was real easy when I turned to him and he crunched over. That's funny. He crunched over to us. And he immediately got in the conversation. And within a minute of listening to Cuervo's commentary, I was like, dude, you have a co-host. And that is my tiny claim to fame, is I suggested that he could be a co-host. And I don't know what it took. What was it, like 3-4 weeks later? Mr. Cuervo made his worldwide debut on the Couch Potato Sports Show. That was fun. That was fun, man. All because I was looking for someone to save me, and the guy ends up stabbing me with his crutch. But his analysis was right on. And that's what made us attracted to him, because his analysis. And that's why we do these programs, folks, because we get real people to give commentary. We are beholden to no one, and we have that. I don't give in to peer pressure. Cuervo gave it up too easy. That's funny. Oh my God, that was good. I'll never forget that day. That was an awesome day because we had already done the program at the Golden Gate once before. So now being at Binion's, this freed us, right, Big Dog? Because we were nervous as heck to be there. But when we were at Binion's, it was different. I mean, I was engaging the crowd. It was cool, man.
Was Binion's the one where we had to plug the pizza and beer for $9.99?
Which was easy, dude. That was really cool. Yes, that's all they asked us to do.
And we did it. We did it about what, once every half hour or so?
They asked us to do it like they said, how long are you guys going to be on? And I think we said we're going to be 3 hours and then 2 hours. And then they said, well, would you do it at like once an hour? And I got stupid after a while because I caught a jingle, remember?
Yeah.
And I was doing it like every damn 10 minutes. That was fun. They were kind to us. They were.
Yeah.
Now, the Golden Gate, sorry, Binions, they gave us the meal, which was really neat. I had never had New York steak, and I had the proverbial New York steak at the Golden Gate. I remember that. What did you have, Big Dog?
I think I had the steak also.
Yeah. Couch Potato sat down with us. He said, dude, they gave us the meal tickets. And we sat down, and that was one of the best meals we ever. Did we talk sports at that? No, we did not, huh?
No, I think we were all talked out by then. So we were talking family stuff.
The three of us were talking
Yeah.
family. I remember that. That was a day. I'll never forget that one. Golden Gate, and then Binions, and then Binions again. So I am actually, well, I don't mean to be rude, but our PA, how times have changed, huh, big dog? Our PA person is reaching. I've asked them to reach out to Binions because I want to go to Vegas. Folks, health changes everything, right, big dog?
Oh yeah.
Since I'm able to travel a little bit now, it's kind of cool. And I do want to go to the Raiders preseason game, all kidding aside. Aw, I don't mean to be rude. Yes, you do. That's you. Oh, thank you. That's funny. In my old age, I have taken that on where I say, well, I don't mean to be rude, which is a cue I'm about to be. I never said that before, huh, big dog? I was just rude.
That's like when people say, no offense, but
Oh, what's coming? What is coming? Ladies and gentlemen, we just got a like from Gridiron Girl. Good morning, Gridiron Girl. I hope you're doing well. And we're nearing the top of the hour, folks. It is 7:57 a.m. here on Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday Morning Network, part of the NDB Media Empire. Ladies and gentlemen, Sports Talk with the Guys and Monday Night America are now the longest running program on the internet, as you know, ever since the demise of Red versus Blue, which ran for 24 years. There is no one that has been on a regular time as Sports Talk with the Guys and Monday Night America. We're proud of it. Someone pointed out to me that Joe Rogan has been on since 2009. I'm like, toma, cabrones, 2008. So we've been on regularly since 2008, and we are now the two longest running programs. Jamie, who's also on the network, could have had that claim, but she took a significant hiatus. It was over a year and a half. And as you know, I invited her to return to the network. And and I invited her. She was a competitor, a friendly competitor. And now she joined the network. That's funny, Cuero. I appreciate that, buddy.
oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
What do you feel about that? I was going to ask you about that last week.
I'm a company man. What are the rules? You know, I'm a company man, and the company rules said you have to be shaven. So,
Well, they're changing, but they changed the rules. That's what I'm saying. How do you feel about them changing the rule?
that's what management says. Done. It's over. It's okay. What's your thought on them changing that finally? Okay. To answer Big Dog, which he just asked, and I blew off the question, and now you, Cuervo, because I will answer you. No, just kidding. I'm saddened because that I was proud of the fact that the Yankees had that they stood above everyone else. That was their thing. They've always been professional. I know everyone's going to get on me for this, but I loved that there was a professionalism to them. Guys, you guys remember? I mean, for years, I shaved every damn day. I'm old. I don't have to do it anymore. So I don't want to do it. I went in with shirt and tie. I went in and I didn't have rules at work, but I had a professional thing. My haircut was a professional haircut when I had hair. But the Yankees were above everyone else. And knowing that they had an appearance of professionalism, it helped. It helped to stay above everyone else. This whole caveman beard thing, you guys know my feelings. It's stupid. It is stupid. There are people that have their beards that are incredibly well groomed. Okay.
And then there's people like Justin Turner.
Though Justin would have it groomed and then it would get out of.
It would get like lumberjack style.
You know, it was a thing of grooming. There's a professionalism to it, and people say, "Well, I don't have one." You guys can go to hell on that. It's not me; it's about the team, and it was about you representing the product, the entity. See, even the dogs are like, "That's BS." So, I am saddened that it's gone away, but hey, you know what? It's gone. It's done. It's over. The Yankees are now moving forward, and if you read the rules, they're not completely gone because it has to be manicured. It has to be, taken care of. You just can't have a blob. So
you
they
ready to
relaxed the restrictions. And
so you ready to see Aaron Judge in a beard?
I don't know. Now, this whole thing that players said, well, I'm not going to go to the Yankees because I can't have a beard. Remember what I said over the years? We don't want you. How stupid. How Johnny Damon gave up his caveman beard. The first baseman from the Athletics, when he came over, gave up his mustache and everything. Hey, it is what it is, guys. It is. They had, it was the Yankee way. It's changed. It's done. Now the Yankees are quickly becoming like everyone else. The Yankees, guys, I told you why I'm a Yankee. Because they do things that no other team does. I told you the story, what my father said, why he was a Yankee. He was in the seminary in Mexico, and he'd been there for a month, and after every prayer, after every meal, in the 50s, they said, and we pray for the Yankees. This was in Spanish. And after a month, he finally got the gumption to ask one of them there, so why don't we pray for the Yankees? And he told them the story. Remember how Babe Ruth scored that $80,000 a year contract and he made more than the president? They said, yeah. Well, Babe Ruth, and the story is now well known. He and his attorney met with the Yankees and he said, I'm still not happy. They're like, how can we make the Babe happy? I would like you to donate to all these different organizations and we'll get together on a list. And the incredible thing is the Yankees and Babe Ruth came together, and the list grew from 5 to about 200 agencies, schools, organizations around the world. And they gave because Babe Ruth was not happy. Boys Town was one of the recipients. To give you an example, because he lived in one of those agencies growing up in a boarding house. And the Yankees readily did it. When Babe Ruth stopped being a Yankee, the Yankees continued to do it. And when he passed away, they continued to do it. In the 1980s, in the USA Today article, I forget when it was the USA Today, they asked George Steinbrenner, is it true that the Yankees donate to all these, some 200 organizations? And Mr. Steinbrenner said, yes. He says, why do you do it? He says, well, we had a handshake agreement with Babe Ruth. Okay, why do you do it? Because it's a good thing to do, and it doesn't hurt to have people praying on your side. That was George Steinbrenner, man. So screw the Dodger in the sky, Tommy Lasorda. When Tommy was talking about the great Dodger in the sky, the Yankees were doing it from the 1930s. So toma, Dodger fan. Lasorda, I like you, buddy, but you were mistaken. Long before Tommy, there was the Yankee in the sky. But we don't talk about it. We don't brag. And that was another thing that separated the Yankees from everyone else. They didn't advertise to the world what they did. They just did it. And in the 70s, when my father told me, I was like, how the hell can I be a Dodger? I made the switch in 80 from being a full-time Dodger fan to being a Yankee fan. I thought that was cool, that they give to all these organizations and no one knows. That was the Yankee way. And there are people that say, that's stupid. Screw you. I'm still whatever. I'm like, yeah, well, go ahead. I like that my team supports 200 organizations around the world for no other reason than to still do it. I'm all right with that. So yeah, toma cabrones. I'm stuck up, huh, dude.
Nah.
So now you should blow the Dodgers. They do what nobody else does. Why is that? Why is that? When Matt says, when I left earlier to try to talk with you guys today, my phone said Gabriel Iglesias was kicked out for being at Dodger Stadium at 4 a.m. Really? Gabriel Iglesias?
I wonder if he's talking about when he had his concert there.
Oh.
What 2 years ago or whatever it was. Because I know he has the biggest fine because he was supposed to be off by midnight or 11:30 or something or other.
Yeah.
And he came out like an hour or two late anyways and didn't want to shortchange the fans. So after Netflix stopped taping, he decided to keep on going. He went for another like 3 hours. So
Was this the comedian or the musician?
comedian.
Okay. But this was 4 years ago. I'm surprised no one jumped on it. Speedy,
Or
would you
couple of
please
years
fast
ago, yeah.
forward your story, your phone?
So Fluffy was fined. I think he said it was $350,000, and he said he happily paid it
I wouldn't have.
because the fans didn't leave, so he didn't want to disappoint them, so he just kept on going.
I missed this. This is good. Rogan is a bum, and now Jason Kelsey's wife is a top podcaster, apparently. I did not know that. Okay.
You didn't know Rogan was a bum, or that Kelsey's wife is a podcaster?
Yes.
Well, you know what? Rogan may be a bum, but he is the richest bum in podcasting. I forgot how many hundreds of millions of dollars he signed for.
Oh, yeah.
For for the Rogan podcast.
Folks, I have never sat down to listen to a full one because I can't. I won't. I don't. He believes in too many things that are just fake. And for being as smart as he is, there's a lot of empty-headed room up there. But the conversations that he has, I get it. It works. It works. And there's no one better at it than him. But when he goes off on these, dude, you're smarter than that. But you know what? Your audience loves it. So hey, dude, I'm not gonna piss on your game. The Joe Rogan experience. The funny thing is, everyone talks about the Joe Rogan experience, about these 1 hour, 2 hour interviews. We've been doing that shit for 17 years, and our guests come back for that.
You missed this one, Scorekeeper.
What's that?
When you talked about being on for a while.
Well, actually, I did see it, but I chose not to comment on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing too. I was like, yeah, you started, but you stopped. We have it.
Yeah.
That's the difference. A lot of people started in 02 or 99 or 98.
Well,
but
I reference Blog Talk Radio, which, as you all know, no longer exists. Couch Potato began in 08. Raimi, also, the Backstage Radio Lounge, began in 08. Matt started in 07. But they had significant breaks on their programs. That's the thing. They stopped. And what is a significant break? In my determination, if you follow the media schedule, when you're off air more than 3 months, that's a break. So, hey, it is what it is. So that's why we are the longest running, because even though NDB Media went off air for 5 weeks, for me, that was traumatic. You guys all know what happened at the time. I'm not going to get into it. When we were off air for 5 weeks, I was shattered because we had the streak for being on, but we are still the longest running the program. We were on Tuesday night. We moved to Monday to accommodate Jamie, but that's water under the bridge.
Wow, that still hurts you. I can tell. Jesus Christ.
Okay. I was on Tuesday night. Jamie was doing another night, but she needed to move to Tuesday. And I said, on one condition, Jamie, we have a streak that no one has, that we were on every Tuesday night for like 7 years. It was unreal. We had a Kel Ripken-esque streak. They said, you have to be on. That shit was broken in like 3 weeks.
I remember.
I lost my shit, didn't I?
Slightly. Yeah.
It's kind of like Clint Eastwood when they're in the movie In the Line of Fire and they're finally going to have the moment between him and they remove all their clothes, their gear, remember? And then they get a call. Oh, Schwartzman is moving, so they got to take 100 agents and go to set. And Clint Eastwood like, nah, I got to put all that shit back on. That's what I thought. Like, oh, I got to do this all over again, start the streak. Oh, screw that. You bet damn right it still gets on my nerves. But she is a beautiful person that has joined and has been part of the network ever since. And she obviously just did not get the ramifications of my request. Does that change anything? Absolutely not. What she and her two co-hosts have been doing on the network, and for herself, we're privileged to host them on our network. And the only reason why Jamie went off air was, you all know, Blog Talk Radio skyrocketed. Actually, they started charging everyone. And we asked Matt, where have you been? And he said, dude, it's a lot of money. And I was like, join us. And then, Matt joined us. And he was on from 2011 through about 2017 when he had his medical incident. And then Matt joined us after that on Sports Talk with and a few other programs. So, but Jamie came over and she's been on with us ever since, like Matt, which is really kind of cool. And it's fun, man. It's fun having the family and all this stuff. On a secret note, I'm going to brag a little bit. Michael and I go over the numbers every week, and we had big guests on, and we were like, how the hell do we get so few numbers that we do? And it was just frustrating. It was sad. And it's just like, dude, what can we do? Well, we've now hit a point that I've told Mike, I don't even look at the numbers anymore. Sports Talk with the Guys 2 weeks ago, one day after the program, on Facebook alone, I saw we were at 380 views after one day on just Facebook. I was like, huh? So I was really happy. I don't look at the numbers anymore because I know they're moving up. Big Dog, where do you live now? Actually, where you lived back then too. Actually, Cuervo, he's not too far from you. But the question is, where do you live now, Big Dog?
Still Riverside.
Just off the 91, Cuervo and Van Buren. Not too far. I'm not going to give anything else away. But yeah, and I'm we're what? Depends on the time of day, right, Big Dog? 20 minutes to
about 20 to 30 minutes, depending on traffic.
Right?
Yeah.
With traffic. I mean, Big Dog and I can both make it in 15, but we respect law enforcement.
Sure we do.
Yeah. Yeah. So hey, it is what it is, folks. Yeah. Yeah, and congratulations, Cuervo, on purchasing the home, buddy. I was telling everyone I should scare the crap out of Cuervo because we're looking, of course, at Lake Elsinore, for those of us that know and don't know. And we're also looking at Menifee, and Cuervo's like, oh, shit. Cuervo's like, oh, that's way too close. But that's just messing with Cuervo right now. But, yeah. If we arrange something, Cuervo in Las Vegas, thank you. I think he was answering you, Big Dog, but that was perfect timing. Where I said, oh, I'm scaring the crap out of Cuervo. And he's like, oh, thank you. Oh, my God. Dude, we really would be. It's crazy. And things are going on. I talked about this some minutes ago, folks. I'm having the stuff done. I had my first cornerstone shot in my wrist. I'm going to get 3 more over the next 6, 12, 18 weeks. And they're going to do the epidural again in my back and then in the lumbar. And I will probably be having a surgical procedure for my wrists. And we'll see. I'm relieved. I'm looking forward to getting this stuff. And my neck, as you all know, I've explained this. I have 3 discs which are pushing against the core of my spine. And that's what I've had since 1998. And it hurts. For lack of a better word, it hurts. So I'm feeling better. I'm looking at having things get better. So we'll see. We shall see.
And your ankle.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing, dude. Yeah, that I don't even think about that one. That one's long term because I slipped and fell in Alaska. You guys know that. So, and what does Pendejo want to do? Go back to Alaska. Well, Big Dog and I are about 30 miles from the East LA interchange. No, Big Dog's further than that. I'm about 32 miles from the East LA interchange, where the 101 starts, the freeway portion, and heads north. So if you're talking about Hollywood, that's about 40 miles, 45 away from me, because Beverly Hills is 50 miles away from me out here in Pomona, to give you an idea. That's a good drive, no matter what. And as a young kid, Big Dog and I were zooming up and down the 10 like nothing, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Now we're like, shit, that's 2 hours.
A lot more cars out there. A lot more cars out there now.
Yeah.
That don't know, and a lot of people that don't know how to drive the damn freeways.
And Big Dog will correct me. I'm way off topic now, which is what we do here. There were 2 portions in Southern California of roadway, which were the best to air out your car, right? For 2 different reasons. It was the 10 freeway from the 710 freeway all the way out to Rosemead, right? Because it's a straight stretch of highway. And even Highway Patrol knew it. As long as you weren't being overtly stupid.
Yeah.
Dude, every kid did over 100 on the 10 freeway at 2, 3 in the morning. Oh, well, okay. We'll get to Mr. Cuervo's moment. We'll get to Mr. Cuervo's moment. Okay, hold on. And the other one, right, Big Dog, is the Pasadena freeway, the 110 from Pasadena into LA, right? Because of the narrow lanes.
Yeah, I didn't like that 110 too much.
No,
but
the kids love to take the curves and all that, hard and fast.
Yeah.
But the accidents happen there, and the Highway Patrol does watch that one. But, folks, Mr. Big Dog, does Doustis wishes to commentist?
Well, the reason why he said that was because they beat the Cheeseheads on the final game of the season, after losing like, I don't know, what was it, like 78 in a row or something like that to the Cheeseheads?
It was a lot. I remember we talked about that.
The Bears, unfortunately, have been owned by the Packers for the last good 4 or 5 years. Every time they have a roll, the Bears get on a roll. All of a sudden, you look at the schedule for the following week, and they're playing the Packers, and you're like, there it goes again. And they have had the worst luck. The Bears. I mean, they have fumbled the ball. They've gotten intercepted when they're at the goal line for a come from behind win and so on and so forth. They just have the worst luck against the Packers. I agree. I thought it was fake news. I thought Shams was hacked, but I at first I was just disappointed because I liked
who they gave up.
Anthony Davis so much. I felt they should have traded LeBron for Luka. I would have been so happy with that. But Um, you can't deny. I mean, Luka's a generational player. He's one of those guys that's a generational player.
I'm sorry, Big
And,
Dog. He just had his birthday. What did he just turn?
yeah, he just turned 26. I mean, the guy's not even in his prime yet, and
You're
he's put
twice
up
his age.
more than that.
Well, yeah, don't be a dick. I just did the math quickly. Don't be a dick. See, folks, that's the Big Dog and I. We've done that for years.
Luka, I'll give this one a Genie Bus. She got the next face of the franchise. The Lakers have always had a face of the franchise. If it wasn't
Dude.
Oscar Robinson and Jerry West, then it was Wilt Chamberlain, then it was Kareem, then it was Magic, then it was Kobe and Shaq, then it was LeBron. And now it's Luka for the next 10, 15 years. Much as I don't like
He's a
him,
dick now.
he is the face. I mean, all that
he
money
knew
that he makes.
exactly what I meant by that
And
one.
it's so hard for me to say that, but he is the face, And unfortunately, he's responsible for all this flopping and crying to the refs and everything. That is directly LeBron's fault. That's the same reason why they don't call traveling now. I was watching it the other day and I saw at least 10 different plays where, they took 4 or 5 steps. The deal doesn't happen if Cuban. Yes, that is completely true.
Ladies and gentlemen, hold on a minute. I have no. I have never ever seen Cuervo use a swear word in my life. Well, no, okay, maybe he did damn me to hell one time when I referred to. Let me see.
But you have to remember. But you have to remember, he is a Marine, so he does cuss. I have never heard a Marine not
never
cuss.
cussed in our presence.
No, but I knew it was there.
Okay, I did too, but he never. That's why I'm embarrassed when Cuervo shows up. I'm like, oh damn, you're there, like right now. Oh damn, we'll never get up. But the time, okay, I have to be very careful. Cuervo, please don't leave. I just have to tell the story. I used Mr. America Commandant today, all the same language.
I remember that. Oh my God.
I fear for my life.
Yeah, you did.
His tone was instant and presidential. When countries are effing with like North Korea, I have missiles now. I'm going to go attack Guam. His response was, go ahead, motherfucker. I'm going to raid fire. Oh, here we go. Sorry. No. That's why I said I had to be very careful. I'm not. Because your response to me was instant. It's like, dude, I get it. I appreciate your humor, but shut the fuck up. Right? Yes or no? It was an angry response, too. It was like, dude, don't say that. And that was his respect for authority. I had crossed.
Oh, yeah.
I did. I was.
You're a beat
lost
scorekeeper.
About 4 pounds that day.
In response to this one about the deal not happening if Cuban was running the day-to-day ops, which is true, because they interviewed Cuban one time and they asked if you had to divorce your wife or trade Luka Doncic, what would you do? And he said that he would be in his car racing to the lawyer's office to file the divorce papers. And then he said, sorry, honey. So that is definitely true.
I don't know if he's watching right now, but I've got to show this. This just came in. If you're watching, Remy, thank you for this comment, Remy. It just came in via LinkedIn, folks. Remy Gogo commented on today's programming. What a fun way to kick off Saturday mornings. Gotta appreciate that raw passion for sports. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Remy. Thank you for watching us on LinkedIn. Wow. And folks, you comment, we share it. Remy, we are humbled. We are generally humbled. We love it, man. And if you want to join the program, just let us know. And seriously, if you want to talk sports, right, Cuervo? Right, Matt? Right? Yeah, you two lethal migraine.
But if
We're
Matt joins us
humbled by
on,
that comment.
if,
We are.
if Matt joins us on air, though, he's going to have to CGI his chair in again, like you said he did before. Oh, he got pissed at you on that. Boy, did he get mad. and and the funny thing is, Raj, you were needling the shit out of him. I caught that immediately. I'm like, oh, and Roger says, I'm bad.
No one knows what we're talking about. Okay.
Oh, that was so funny. You were
About
just
a
like,
year,
show
2
it,
years
show it,
ago.
show it, show the picture. And then he shows, look, okay, here you go, scorekeeper. Are you happy now? No, that could have been CGI'd. Okay,
Matt
fine. I'm
talked
sitting.
about buying a chair from IKEA, which we never ever saw, and he was working on it. So we were like, what the hell kind of chair is this? And we never saw any imagery. And now we saw Matt in a close-up with what looks like a gaming chair behind
Yes.
him. And if you look at it closely, it's like, well, that could have been photoshopped. Oh my God. And I was screwing with Matt. Matt, we haven't seen the chair. Here you go, scorekeeper. It looks photoshopped. And Matt blew up. Don't you see the clothes behind me? Man, till we see you in your room where you sit on the chair, I might be satisfied. I will be at home that day. It is a holy day of obligation. I will do a program on opening day on March 28th. It is March 27th. Sorry, March 27th, Thursday. I will do one early in the morning. I will. A Major League Baseball.
So are you part of the group that wants to make opening day a national holiday?
It's a holy day of obligation already. I believe that the NFL on Super Bowl Sunday, they've got to work out something where Monday, the day after, is a day of recovery, a day of rest. It's just baseball hard to watch. That's right, baby. It's not for everyone. Citizenship in America, that's advanced form of intelligence. It's hard to watch and hard to partake. Oh,
America's
man.
pastime.
Folks, I want to give a shout out to Aisha Kerr, Rigor, Roger D. Noriega. Oh, does that count? Sonia Rubles, Peter Gama, John Gajitos. Thank you for the like.
Wow.
Yes. Really? That is cool. As you know, I've been Hey, Cuervo, I've been dragging Big Dog along to the minor league games, and I haven't taken him to Lake Elsinore.
Oh, we could go to Lake Elsinore. We could all meet there. That would be great.
That would be fun. But I have the jerseys, which I've worn a few times. What was I going to say? That I have the jerseys from the different 66ers, the Kukuis, which is one of them, and of course the 60s. They're nice colors. They're good. I like wearing them from time to time. But since it was a little cold this morning, I just went with the things don't change, people. It doesn't change, win or lose. Here's the thing. If you look around Los Angeles, the Dodger caps are gone. Have you noticed, Big Dog? I have to admit, the Dodger caps were everywhere in October, November. Where are they now? They're gone. And you know what? Yankee fans, we're still Yankee fans. Did we get drubbed in the World Series? God, oh, come on, don't be stupid. Of course we did.
Did you hear about the oh God, what's his name? The pitcher that threw the pitch to Freddie Freeman?
Oh yeah, Nestor Cortez, nasty Nestor.
Yeah, and he got traded to the Brewers, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, well, he evidently is talking shit. He's saying that he is I believe it was this past week. came out and said that no, the best team did not win the World Series. He said we were the best team. We should have won the World Series. And my whole time he's talking, I'm just like, well, then why didn't you? You know, if you're the best team, why didn't you win the World Series? And if you're the best team, because it's a 7-game series. I mean, football's a different story. Anybody can beat anybody once, you know. So, but when you played a 7-game series and you lose in 5, it's not like it went 7 games and it went, you know, to the 15th inning and, you know, there was a miraculous home run or a hit or a steal or whatever. No, you guys lost in 5.
Okay, Mickey Mantle said it best. This was the only time the best team in the world got beat. Look it up. 1960 Yankees and Giants. The Yankees scored 55 runs in the World Series, and the
God
Giants
damn.
scored like 14, and the Giants won 4-3.
See, now that went 7. That went 7.
There's
I
an
could see.
argument there to be
Yes,
made.
there's an argument. There is an argument, but for
And
him
remember,
to say
folks,
that,
yes,
you know,
remember the 1988 Oakland Athletics. They were all God. But guess
Yeah.
what? The Dodgers beat them. And I've been saying ever since then, actually, that was my argument. The Athletics were not the best team in baseball. The Dodgers were, because they beat them in 5 games.
yeah,
It was done. The best team in 9. I've heard Dodger fans, well, you know, the Athletics, shut that. The Dodgers. Because when it mattered, this wasn't a video game. When it mattered, they won.
yeah.
My complaint with Dodger fan is, okay, you won, you did it. Now just shut up. When you start talking, well, we know that Dennis Eckersley throws a slider on 3, and you know, shut that shit up. And now
that's
you're
funny.
talking about that, oh, we had the Yankees outplayed because we knew how to do this, and our scouting was better. And shut up, dude. You actually take away the magic of the Freddie Freeman home run. You know why? And I talked about this already. By you saying that, well, we knew this, we knew that. Well, then, why didn't you win 4-0? If you're so effing superior, why didn't you win all these games like 1-0, 5-0? Do you understand your actually, you don't. You don't. So I'll let it. I've already talked about this, folks. You won an incredible series. You beat up on a classic team. Are you that small that you have to go into the other stuff? It's like when Kirk Gibson hit the home run off Dennis Eckersley. Incredible. And what did you idiots say? Oh, well, we know he throws a 3-2 slider. So it really wasn't a miracle then. Do you understand? You shoot yourselves. One of the greatest endings ever. Oh, well, Dennis Eckersley throws 3-2 sliders. We knew it was coming. I know Dodger fan is like, doesn't get it. And that's fine. And
then the fact that they said it.
That throw ice at fans at baseball games. This is Dodger fan.
Yeah.
Big Dog, I interrupted you.
No, I was just going to say, and of course, you know, oh, yeah, we knew Eckersley throws a 3-2 slider. Yeah, and they said that, what, 30 years after the fact?
Oh, no, this was within months after.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember hearing that.
Don't worry. Waste of time. Dodger fan. Just let it go. I may have to do that now after Dodger fan. I apologize. It's sad. Someone's going to take a picture of that. It's going to be, hey, look, Roger Noriega. I don't.
You'll be the next meme of the internet.
I don't need that at this point in time right now. In maybe 6 months, I might be okay with it, but no. Folks, you belittle yourself when you say stupid stuff like that. Talk about what happened on the field. Freddie Freeman's grand slam was unreal. And it was It was great. When the Dodgers outplayed the Yankees, you outplayed them. Oh, I am a human meme anyway. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see. If I can outdo the hot Tua girl, then I'll be happy.
No, she's in so much trouble right now, possibly.
You should have hired me, woman. I would have kept you out of trouble.
Well,
that's
she's not quite, and she's being investigated definitely because of the
I
whole.
think yeah, unfortunately, I think she is in trouble though. Yeah.
I think, unfortunately, she got with the wrong people. I truly don't believe that she intentionally did
I
this. I think
agree.
she got caught up with the wrong people that weren't going to tell her that it was a pump and dump.
Yeah,
So
because when she was caught in the interview, she was describing exactly what they were going to do. It's like,
yeah,
oh, you think that's okay? No.
that's why she's just a country gal.
Yeah. And people were jealous of what she was just funny. She has a nice attitude. She's really funny.
Yeah,
Anyway,
she seems like a nice person.
it really does. But I just figured Roger was a human meme anyway. I'm all right with that. I'm okay. It could be worse. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is 8:37 a.m. Pacific time here on Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday Morning Quarterbacks on Saturday. So now you know there is a baseball opening day special that will be on March 27th. It was not
That's
planned.
right.
It has now been planned because that is the power of General America. Cuervo. He saith, it happens. He says it in such a genteel, professional. Are you doing a baseball special on opening day? Yes, sir. So it's all good. Wasn't planned. I'm gonna have to start getting ready for it. So, like it's all that difficult. It's gonna be exciting. And folks, again, you're tired of me saying this over and over. It's a great time to be a Dodger fan. I just wish they wouldn't charge us as much. Jeez. Dodger Stadium, it's so expensive. Ugh.
And the prices probably went up after they just redid everything again, since they were digging up the field. Still don't know what they were doing.
Thank you, Cuervo. I think the big dog might actually as well. Let me know. The first game is on at 10 a.m. And then you have Pacific time. Then you have the reason, folks, why I take the first day off. It's because the way it works across America, not general, but across America, it is the first game's at 10 a.m. Then you have the second game at 1 p.m. Then you have the third at 4 p.m. Then you have the fourth game at 7 p.m. Guys, I have told people, I've invited people to come and join me. I'm here in my garage studio office. My daughter will come out. We have a little bit of food. And all day long, we're just watching baseball. And it's cool. I invite anyone, if you want to come on over, let me know. We're just going to be here watching baseball, folks. It is the day that hope springs eternal. And it is so cool. I am going to shill for them. This will now be the third year that I have Major League Baseball TV. It works for me. I got to tell you, I do like it. And I get a lot of baseball. My youngest, Gmo, watches it too. Baseball, like the football, and I am getting NFL Plus again. I was happy with it. I am going to re-up. So I'm looking at the NHL one as well. But anyway, Major League Baseball Plus, they have the game, they have the full game. Then they have a 9-minute shortened version of the game. And then they have the 3-minute recap. Dude, I love the 3-minute recaps because they're really good for all the games. And I try to watch a lot of them. And I really like, but my daughter says, recap? I watched the entire game. I'm like, wow. Okay, good for you. If you have T-Mobile, you get Major League Baseball TV free every year. Yes, I have T-Mobile. That's why I said I'm re-upping. So thank you for that, Lethal Migraine. It is. It's awesome. If you have T-Mobile, you do have Major League Baseball TV. Cuervo, that would be cool, buddy. And we can talk about if you're able to join us. We'll talk about how we'll do it, but it'll be great. Maybe Big Dog will. Who knows? If someone else wants to join the gang, you're more than welcome. We love talking sports. We do. So
Now, they no longer do the tradition of having what is it, the Cardinals
Reds.
and the Reds and who?
And whoever else.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
The Reds are the oldest active continuous. So
But they don't do that anymore, right?
And Sports Talk with the Guys have that in common. We're the longest running, continuously running empire.
And folks, people out there listening, that is why the Reds are the scorekeeper's second favorite team, because of that. Because they're synonymous with, continuous.
Okay, instead of saying I hear a bunch of white noise, I'm going to be I hear a bunch of brown noise right now. Whatever. But that's one of our inside jokes. I'm not going to explain that one today. That's another
we
day.
We know you love Shotzi back in the day.
Oh yeah, with what's her face saluting good old Adam. Oh well, he was a good guy back then. Cuervo, I didn't think about that. They should. Every season should open with rivalry games. Yankees, Red Sox, Cubs, Cardinals, or Brewers. Who are the rivals for the Dodgers? I don't know if it's the Padres.
The Yankees.
But, well, yeah. But that
the Giants. The Giants.
Yeah, the Giants. Yes. Let me tell you, the Angel-Red Sox rivalry is nothing to sneeze at either. They do not like each other.
Yeah.
And that's been festering for a while. Dodgers Padres, there's a bit, but I believe it would be the Dodgers Giants. Oh God, that is yes.
That goes back 50, 60 years.
I'm sorry, Big Dog.
Is it for money?
That's funny.
That is not actually a rival. That is their that's their partner. That's not a rival. That's their partner.
That is really good, dude. I like that one. That's the new rivalry, Dodgers Padres. Now, yeah. I did call it last year. Actually, I've been calling it for several years. Everyone's been laughing at the Padres, this and this, and I said, no. Having the Padres be a good team is better for the Dodgers. I've been telling you this. Because if someone is nipping at your heels, that keeps you good. The Padres served a purpose. And when the Dodgers beat the Padres, remember what I said? A few people do. I said, the Dodgers' trip to the World Series is now wide open.
Yep.
And that's what the Yankees in the playoffs, guys. And remember, I did my World Series review. And what did I say? I give the edge to the Dodgers. In private, I did make a statement that if the Yankees starting pitching does well, they could sweep the Dodgers in 4. And my buddy Peter was like, that's quite a boast. And I said this to you in private. And like a dumbass, I then said, I spoke to my buddy Peter and I said in private that they could win in 4 if the pitching holds up. That's why I said it in private.
If we can all meet, Cuervo, yourself, and myself,
and Gridiron Girl.
Oh, okay, and Gridiron Girl over with the Lake Elsinore. When you and Cuervo first see each other, please don't be like Kiki Hernandez and do the buckle bump. I'm not going to be part of that. You guys can do that if you want.
Dick, dude.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what that's what he's doing.
I actually got into it with with Claudia because she's like, "Oh, Kike's back." I'm like, "Oh yeah."
I'll do the buckle bump with her.
She watches.
You started it.
Anyway, she was talking about her Kike and this and whatever. I'm like, "Yeah, that's your thing," and she thought it was funny, but I didn't. I don't care for that stuff. But that's all I need. That's all I need. Yes. It's their end of, but that's how much money the Guggenheim Group has. And
Oh,
unlike
yeah.
other people, they're spending it to win. No, I'll just hug you from behind, big dog.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
I'll be the little spoon. All right.
Oh, sorry. Jesus. You guys don't know how big the big dog is. You don't know. Cuervo's a big man, but he's not that big. Cuervo, are we about the same height? I think we are. Huh? Cuervo and I are about the same height. Big dog is taller than both of us. So when I get to be the little spoon. Oh, I actually saw that.
But the thing is, I'm taller than you, Raj, but yet when we put our hands up, your hands are longer than mine.
Yes. By
And
at
goddamn,
least an inch
I
or
have
two,
crocodile arms. Yeah.
Yeah, that is funny. Big Dog got me by about 2 or 3 inches in height. I mean, it's clear that he is taller than I am. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but I've always had the short arms. Yeah, I've had the short arms.
Well, I don't know if they're short, dude. I have super long arms, dude. I do.
No, you have. And the one thing I remember when we used to play basketball together back in the day were your damn Kevin McHale elbows that you have.
I didn't know I had them. I laugh now.
Bony ass elbows that would nail me all the time in the ribs. Damn it.
I miss us playing basketball, Big Dog. Could you imagine
Yeah.
us if we both were physically able to do that?
Oh, if we're physically able now, it'd be fine, but we're not physically able. It'd be
We're
a
just not
comedy
physical.
show. It'd be a comedy show.
Are you kidding? William Shatner would bring back 911. FYI, the second highest paid player for the Marlins is Avisail Garcia, who was released last June. The third highest player for the Marlins is Mike Stanton, as he was dealt in 2017. Yeah, I believe that. I do. Mr. Stanton is still earning an incredible amount of quan. And I think he's already hurt.
Yeah. I read somewhere, I think it was this week, that with the deferred money about the Dodgers have, that they've crossed the $1 billion threshold
Yeah.
in deferred money.
Look, it doesn't matter what you say. But, okay, here it is, folks. The Dodgers are making money hand over fist.
Oh, big time. Big time. And that was before they won the World Series again.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that they won the World Series, the Guggenheim Group were probably smiling bigger than a Cheshire cat, because that added another, I would say, at least $20 to $40 million in their pockets extra for winning the World Series.
Had we taken over the Dodgers from Frank McCourt with our all cash offer, which I believe Cuervo did contribute to it, he had said he was going to put some money in for that one when we were doing it, which, as you all know, folks, ours was the only all cash offer for the Dodgers still to this day. We were up to, I think, $18,000 all cash. And obviously it was not accepted, but we were the only all cash offer. We had
that's a first row seat now.
Yeah, we had about 42 investors, I remember. Something like that. And it was, but sadly, Major League Baseball did not appreciate our fervor. But be that as it may. Dude, we're having a great day today, aren't we? We are having a great day, man. Our offer
I believe God, was it Speedy? I think it was Matt that sent you something that there's a baseball team up for sale, a minor league team.
No,
I think he sent it to you.
Indoor football for like $7,000.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'm not that's now beneath me. I didn't have a chance to look at it because I've been a bit busy again for physical stuff, folks. People are giving me lip about allegedly. Well, no, I have physical therapy and I'm getting these shots. I tell you guys, I wasn't expecting that shot, even though I had it twice in my heel. The wrist is a very tender spot. And when he gave me the shot, I flinched. And I actually, doctor, I'm sorry, I didn't grab him, but I like, whoa. I mean, I hadn't had one of those in a little while, and cortisone shots hurt, man. So
Yeah. You feel better later, but yeah, at the time it goes in, yeah, it hurts.
yeah, it's iffy. Has it affected me or has it improved? I have to say I am feeling improvement. I can't say otherwise, but it comes and goes. So that's why I guess they're planned to give me another one 12 weeks from now or 11 weeks from now to see if it works. But we'll see. Thank you, Lethal. Currently 1.145 billion in deferred pay.
Damn.
But folks, financially, when you defer money and you're not paying interest on it, that's cheap money. Cuervo, thank you. Thank you, buddy. I do. So knowing that it's on a weekend, that would be good. Let me know if it's a Friday, Saturday as well, if that would work, Cuervo. But I'm hoping to catch more games this year. So I've been
take
to
care,
Lake Elsinore.
Cuervo.
Great. Thanks
buddy.
for
stopping by.
Stopping in. We miss you, man. Hope you're well. And we'll see. All right. So, folks, it's 8:52 a.m. Pacific time here on Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday morning quarterbacks on Saturday. It's funny how the temperature fluctuates. As you know, I have a new toy in the office, and it says it's 55 degrees outside, but it is 61 degrees in here. Oh, thank you, Cuervo. So Friday works as well. That just allows us, because sometimes they give out stuff on Fridays. And Big Dog knows if there's a freebie, I'm a here bee. I tried to make something work. It didn't work.
No,
I'm a here there. Matt says, oh, that reminds me. When you were at the Clarion Hotel in Anaheim, that's the hotel I stayed at my first. Really? So, Matt, you know exactly where it was like 3 minutes to the convention center. And I was fortunate being there for that sabbatical. I appreciated going. I met a few classmates there. But like I said, when I was in the English conferences, I was like, what is our world coming to? But then going to the Spanish ones, my family. Oh, my God, Big Dog. I swear it was night and day, dude. I wish I would have been in the Spanish conferences. Dude, there were a lot of single Latinas there. And how many did Scorekeeper speak to? Does anyone want to place any bets right now? Would anyone like to cast lots with Scorekeeper as to how many he spoke to? And I'll even say this. Can you guess as to how many Scorekeeper responded to after being greeted by a hello or hi? Big Dog, would thou care as to comment? Oh my God, look at this. Because he's trying to phrase the response. Go for the
as far as them talking to you and you responding to them, I would say all of them because you are courteous. You are, that's about it. You were not in in-depth conversation, but you did. You acknowledge their greeting. Yes.
Hi.
Now, as far as who did you talk to? I'd be very happy or God, I can't even get it out. I'd give you an over or under of maybe 2, and I think I'm being generous. Sorry.
And to tell all of you little SOBs to go play with yourselves, they were not all nuns.
Oh, see, that didn't even come into my thinking.
That's why I had to say that. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday morning quarterbacks on Saturday.
If they were nuns, if they were nothing but nuns, I would have said
all of them.
10 or 15, 10, 15, 20, 30. Yeah, your numbers would have been way up there.
Hey.
But non-nuns.
Aside, I did speak to one because I remembered her, And it took her about 10 seconds, and she was like, oh my God, she did remember me, which was really cool. And she didn't say, oh my God, I'm the one that said that. She would never say that. But anyway, I was very happy to see her, and we spoke briefly. She was on her way to one of the conferences, which was really kind of cool. And I was expecting to see other people there, but nope, they were not, and we missed. Let's see. Who cares what else you have to do? Quit skipping Love Line. I appreciate that, buddy. It bugged me because we had people watching that program. But at this point in time, and for obvious reasons, I am not able to commit to that program right now. It will return
Sometime soon.
in April or May. Yes.
It will return in 2025, folks.
Yes, it will. So, I have to show you guys my toy. Here it is. I purchased
Does it buzz? Does
No.
it buzz? Oh,
No, that's what I'm talking about. It's now off to the side. So this one is the outside temperature. This one is the inside because I'm full of gas. That's an easy one.
Is that one of those atomic clocks?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I love
Those
it.
are
I
cool.
love it. It took a day for it to adjust because it says you have to give it like 2-3 days to catch the signal, but it only took a day to adjust. So it is adjusted, and it's really cool. The sensor is out on the porch for the outside, which is really neat. I like it. It's cool. And it's right here.
You actually went outside on the porch?
Big dog, I have to come out to the garage, and I passed the porch. So
Well, I meant to install that. You got
There was
on a
a
ladder
nail.
and put it up?
There was a nail already. Remember when we had those barbecues years ago at the house?
Yeah.
And I had a dartboard?
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, I remember that dartboard.
I still have the dartboard. That was fun, dude. And I remember when we had those early on when the girls were young. They were fun. And I'm glad you came over to join us for those. It was cool. And we had quite a few people join it. Wow. We had intimate groups. Those were fun. And I've been wanting to recapture that, but I haven't been able to because I just haven't been healthy. So we'll see. Things will happen. But when we talk sports, we're not healthy. We're just
Of course we'll talk
committed.
sports.
What's up?
I said, of course we'll talk sports.
Yeah, we're just committed. Okay. When the girls were young, we had fun. Were you on Epstein Island too? That's like when I was working at Thrifties in 1989, 1990, and my name tag said Noriega, and people were in line, and they're like, yeah. They'd come up, and most of the time they were too afraid to ask. But one guy said, "You don't happen to be related to Manuel, are you?" And the way he said it was kind of cool. He knew exactly what was going on. He was being facetious. "You aren't related to Manuel, are you?" As a matter of fact, I am, sir. That's why I'm hiding out right here in East LA. And he laughed because he got it. Oh, man, that was funny, dude. I'm like, yes, of all places, I would come here to hide out in East LA. With perfect, flawless English, he laughed. It was cool, man. I always knew people were in the know because they were watching that. And when people would come by and they wouldn't say anything, I'm like, yeah, the dilettantes of the world. The denizens. I love that word. There's this guy on the internet. He's a former studio exec, and he does videos from time to time. He's really sharp. He's got a wry sense of humor, and I can see why he got to be a studio executive. And in his program, he says, "Welcome, denizens of the internet." Like, you bastard. I love that line, the denizens of the internet. I wish I had thought of that one before him. So that's why I give him credit. But I don't remember his name right now because I haven't been on YouTube. I just love his intro, the denizens of the internet. So, yes, Big Dog?
I'm just, when you were talking about Thrifties, is 546 still there?
Yes,
I know you don't. Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, folks, denizens is not used by anyone. And when you look up the word, it's Denizen. And it's an inhabitant or occupant of a particular space. It's a perfect denizens of the internet. Like, you bastard. Good line, man. Great line. And no, I've not heard anyone else use it anywhere. That's why I'm like, I am stealing it from him. But I don't want to take it because he was creative in coming up with that name. Now, it also could be foreigner. Denizen could be foreigner, but that's okay. Matt says, I got a letter from Walgreens because the one near me is closing the building. So, yeah, I don't know what the building will turn into. A vacant building is my answer, Chuck. Folks, who wants to see a version of Password here on NDB Media? Big Dog? Dude, I figured you'd be in, man. I figured you would. I want to play Password on NDB Media. So if there's anyone that is interested in being a guest, let me know. Contact us. We're going to get it going sometime in May. And the hosts of the network will be the stars. And we would hope that the public, everyone would just come and join us and we have a good time, man. But it would be fun to do Password. It will not be called Password because we're going to get sued. It would probably be called WordPass.
Actually, Raj, it's closed. I thought so. I thought I remember reading about that. I think it closed last year.
I had gone by there last year and it was still open. I cannot believe that.
And I believe
That was a $3 million store.
Yeah.
That was one of the bigger volume stores. Didn't say profitable, volume stores.
And I believe 283, which was Monterey Park, but up the hill. Monterey Park. I believe that one closed
Valley?
like 2 years. No, not that far. The one that was on, was it Garvey? Atlantic and Garvey? Mainly an Asian area. Way before the 10 freeway. So as you're driving up past 134, that one closed, I think, about 4 years ago. And I think the one in Monterey Park is still around.
546 closed.
Yeah, I know. That one is 134 still open, or which is now, I forgot what the hell number it is now. Yeah. I remember reading it when in their round of closures, the latest round of closures, that was on the list. And I think it shocked me. There was a lot of them that have closed over the last year and a half, 2 years.
It no longer says Rite Aid right there.
Oh,
Folks,
it doesn't.
This is what we're talking about. This was my third job. My first job was working for my uncle for about 10 years, from 8 to 18. And then my first job was Toys R Us in Rosemead, which is, I believe, now an exercise
UFC.
place.
It's a UFC fitness center, I believe.
Really? Okay. Well,
yeah.
I wouldn't go there now.
That's where Boyd worked, right?
I believe
Wasn't Boyd there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, this is the Commerce Plaza in the very corner of the city of Commerce. There used to be a Kmart here. Then it was the market, a big market. It used to be a Food King. And then you had two guys. And then it became the general store, maybe Fed Mart for a while. But it became the general store, and then it became Target. And then over here, you had a bunch of smaller shops. And then you had this one, which was Rite Aid or Thrifty Drug. And now it doesn't say Thrifty Drug anymore. That is. And then you had the Commerce Theaters, which used to be just here. And now this is all the Commerce Theaters. They opened up in the early 80s. They were so cool because they had the little lights down the hallway or the walkway so you could find the seats. It was so avant-garde. That is sad. And this used to be a Pioneer Chicken.
Oh yeah,
It's
they're
now
right.
Starbucks. That is sad. Yeah, I used to live down here, folks. Down here on Ferguson. There's the old house right there. That's it. And yeah, that's where we tried to build the back house, but we never finished it. We built that garage, but yeah, that's the old house. Wow. Big Dog was with me the final day when we moved out of that house. Big Dog was helping us move. I remember that. So, yeah, that's my old haunts. Yeah, it's all right. It's all good. What are you gonna do now, right? So many people are being laid off, dude.
Yep.
It's looking bad. The economy is looking bad. So we'll see. That's a tour of the old place. Actually, I went there to Google Maps to see if it still shows Rite Aid. Whoa. There are a lot of footpaths there. That looks like Rite Aid writing, but that might not be it. I think the Rite Aid's over here somewhere. That is such a shame. Look at all the taco trucks, Big Dog. Jeez.
Oh yeah.
Must be East LA. That's a shame that the Rite Aid is no more. Yeah, the Rite Aid would have been over there. There's the Target. But anyway, sorry, folks. Wow, that I worked there 2.5 years. It was an incredible experience. Because of working there, I met the Big Dog. So Cuervo has that Rite Aid to blame because I worked at that Thrifty, not Rite. I never worked at Rite Aid, actually. I only worked at Thrifty. But actually, we had to blame my father's stroke. That's how we all met. That's how my father had a stroke in 1987 in my final year of high school. So I went out to get a job and I went to work at Toys R Us and Thrifties. And after the holiday season were over, I asked my manager, Mr. Greblo, if he had any jobs. And he's like, who did you want to, sir, my mother's looking for a job. Little did I know, the moment I said that, I was out of a job. Because his thinking was that, they always say the kid is worse than the parent, right? That the parent is better. He's like, dude, I can go to the root of this family. He hired my mother. She became the data maintenance coordinator, and the rest was history. I got moved. I wasn't fired, but I couldn't work in the same store as her on the same days. And I was willing to work, so I went over to 134. Right? It was 134 or 134.
134.
And that's where Big Dog and I met the first week of May, 1988.
Yep. Some young chip on his shoulder kid walks in the door like he owned the damn place, and we were all like, who the fuck is this kid?
Thanks, Dad. Your stroke is what led me to this here today. Funny how the things happen, but I went out to get a job, and my father had a stroke. I went out to get a work. I went out to work. Well, he recovered. Well, my mother also went out to work, and we did it in recovery. It's what families do. And that's how I met the Big Dog, because of him having a stroke. Because if not, I probably would have stayed either in college or I would have remained at H&R Block.
Yeah.
Because I was hired on full time at H&R Block. That is still to this day one of my greatest regrets. I wonder, with everything that I know about financial stuff, where I could be to this day had I stayed with them. Dude, I was 18 and they
you'd be in the corporate office.
Yeah.
In charge of the West Coast or something.
But Roger is stupid, remember that. Roger is stupid. he lets everyone know what he thinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We share that in common, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, you got in trouble too, dude.
Yeah. Slight tangent, and
Please.
you mentioned it with you know, a lot of jobs being lost, and we, you know, a certain person's to blame for that. But there's this artist that I follow, very good artist, and he has some political comments, usually very spot on. So I'd like to get your thought on this, Raj. This is what he posted a couple hours
Who?
ago.
Who posted?
I'm not gonna name him. I don't want to
Oh,
get him in trouble. He has his own problems when he posts this kind of stuff that people come after him, telling him to stay in his lane since he's only a comic book artist. But
understood. Okay.
he is a very well-known artist, excellent artist. Um, if you're lucky enough to get original art from him, please do it. But it is super expensive because he's up
But
there.
we
He's a top
won't
tier
tell
guy.
you who it is. Contact the big dog directly because I don't know who it is.
Anyways, this is what he said. If someone argues that Trump is not a Russian asset, simply say, okay, fine. But if he were, how do you think he would act? Then just sit back and enjoy watching the realization wash over their faces.
Very good. Ooh. No. Okay. No. Hold on. Let me argue with that. You can't talk to a dim light bulb.
Yes.
No. I appreciate what he says, but no, the dim light bulb would never get it.
Yeah, would never get the realization of it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the sad thing. The moment of the acknowledgement, of the understanding, coming to the real world. No, you'll never get that from a dim light bulb.
Yeah. And that's usually the case that, you know, the people that comment against him usually have some stupid comment, you know, the dim light bulb, you know, and
Folks,
he.
I cut you off. Sorry, damn it.
No. Go ahead.
I have been doing something for 38 years. I'm not going to mention what it is. I'm going to ask the big dog, please. I need you to be cool about it. But everyone knows I've done something in my life for 38. No, I have carpal tunnel.
And that's why you're getting cortisone shots. So you can go back to that.
I will defer commenting because that's too damn funny to ignore. All right. I have said, because I've been doing this for 38 years, every 2 years, and specifically every 4 years, things change politically. And I commented, and folks, people are going to snap when I say this, but I have 38 years in this field. When Democrats are in charge, they investigate businesses, and I'm talking about IRS. When the Republicans are in charge, they go after working families. Dude, the only ones that snap are the right wing and say, you're a liar, you're wrong. Like, you know what? You're right. You're right. After 38 years of seeing this, you are 100% right that I don't know what I'm talking about, that it's cyclical. And if you had even known me 10, 20 years ago, I'd always been saying this. Big dog, how many times have you heard me prior to this hostile environment? Democrats go after corporations. Republicans go after working families. It's the way it is. But right now, in the hostility, I am called a liar. I'm called ignorant. I'm like, well, get the fuck out of here. Anyway, I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to say anything else. It's just, I find it amusing that the ones that get hot and angry are the ones that are most ignorant. Yes, I'm angry right now. I don't take myself seriously. Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday Morning Quarterbacks on Saturday. We're definitely off topic, and we're going to get back to it. I want to welcome everyone that's listening and watching us. Thanks, folks. We really do appreciate your comments. No, I would never be so privileged. But I have known Gridiron Girl from roughly 1999 to 2000. I've known her for a long time. And I am privileged to be able to call her my compatriot, someone that I know and I know well.
Your
And
boss.
yeah. So
that's a part that always gets you.
it's because I'm a dumbass, because I always want to say, and I don't mean that biblically either. Because she's so cool about it. She is. She knows. She's funny. She is funny. And having Gridiron Girl join the program, big dog. I mean, damn,
Yep.
we chased her ass for what, 10 years?
Man, it forever.
She was mentioned on this program so many times where Big Dog was like, oh, yeah? Are you sure that she even exists?
Yep. And I was doing to try to goad her to come on, and she would not bite.
I finally had to shut the Big Dog up, and I was like, dude, she is real. She's a coworker. And he was like, oh, okay. Because for a while, he was like, you're making this up, dude. But no, it was really, really good. And I'm really happy that she has joined us. Now, Matt Alvarez says, forget the rumors that Vince McMahon had a partner in Fox. Nope, a Fox spokesman said that is false. They have never talked to Vince about starting another wrestling promotion. Did you hear anything about that, Big Dog? Other than fast forwarding this comment right here.
Stupid internet rumors that Vince was coming back. Vince is not coming back, guys. He's in way too much hot water. And for those out there that say, oh, well, he's never been convicted of anything, it doesn't mean he didn't do it. You know, and he still has a federal investigation that they're still investigating. So he's going to get indicted. Whether that comes this year or next year, it'll happen. I mean, they have her story. She's already started naming names now. She added to the names. Yes, sir.
Do you know what it comes down to? Money in reverse. Let me tell you why. If you're a corporation, you get legal cover as opposed to someone who is self-employed, who is responsible for everything. You do get legal cover, but you're not 100%. Corporate people, for the most part, are bonded, meaning they can get insurance coverage. I don't know if anyone wants to insure Vince McMahon.
Exactly. Especially for something like a wrestling corporation, which would employ close to hundreds of employees, or at least 100, close to 100 employees that are putting their bodies on the line every single day, that if something happens, you're going to pay out an exorbitant amount of money. So yes, insurance is very tough to come by, especially in that field.
When I was a delegate for LA County, which was a stepping stone to political delegate. I mean, I was a political delegate in 1997, 98, 2007, 8, 9, and 2010, when Scorekeeper was becoming a mafioso. But, you know, it's okay. That was another time, another life. I was bonded. I had to be. And it was very easy for me. And it's not something that I pay. It's the agency has to bond you. And if you cannot get bonded, it's very tough to serve on the board. So that's why. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you do need to have, dude, in America, the litigious nature of our society.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And plus,
Go into the worldist and riskist being suedest by people just because.
and plus the fact too, I mean, any major corporation like Fox, let's say it was true and it was Fox, they're not going to want to touch Vince with a 10-foot pole, because he is has such negative, everything is just negative around him right now because of this lawsuit and the part about sexual, human trafficking and all the other charges that are pending. No one's going to touch him. No one wants to be in business with someone like that. Especially in this day and age and the culture that's out there now, right now. No one's going to want to even be pictured with him.
So since Matt sits in a fake chair, I would probably say something that, are you sure, Matt? But I'm not going to be a dick. I'm going to ask the big dog and say it this way. Are you familiar with this? Because I am not familiar with this.
Are you sure, Matt?
Okay,
Can
Matt.
Scorekeeper what's good?
I didn't. Okay. because that's a trigger for me. I've told you. That's why I commented. I said, I'm not going to do Matt wrong like that. I'm saying, Big Dog, are you familiar with this? Which is code for, what the F are you talking about? No, I don't know. No, that's why I made a joke of it right now.
Matt comes out of left field with some of the things he says, but
Dude, left bench.
The part about Owen Hart, of course, yes, he did die in the ring, but that didn't affect the insurance at all. Martha Hart and the Hart family sued the WWE for wrongful death, but I personally don't think, and maybe Scorekeeper can correct me on this, but since Vince employed all his wrestlers as independent contractors, he did not have to carry insurance on them. That was their own thing to do. That they had, if they wanted insurance, they had to get it themselves. Would that be fair in saying that, Scorekeeper? Since they were independent, yeah.
Now,
since
I have to add the caveat that we are business people
yes,
and we're leaving stuff out. Okay, but I don't
yes,
want to bore the audience any more so that I'm capable of. Because I could bore the crap out of you guys on how these relationships work. But
yeah.
Big Dog,
So
for the point you're making, yes.
yes, so the company did have insurance, Matt,
Yes.
but those are for the employees that were there, like in corporate, that worked in the offices and such. Those people are employed, and of course, so the company does the regular insurance and benefits and all the other stuff that goes along with that. But as far as the wrestlers were concerned, no, the wrestlers had no insurance. That's why, especially back in the day, in the 80s and 70s, and somewhat in the 90s, that's why wrestlers wrestled hurt, because if they didn't wrestle, they didn't get paid. Period.
Now, again, the caveat, and this is not
Yeah.
against him, they have to have insurance if they're at a public facility. Otherwise, they can't.
Oh, yes, yes.
So
yes.
Understand, folks, yes, we are smarter. We're just leaving it out. Because people are going to come back and say, oh, no, you have to have operating. They're like, we're not going to waste time on that. I don't have much time left in this world.
Yeah, that and to Scorekeeper, what he was saying, that's why for a while the WWE did not wrestle in certain states, because they could not get insured. The state would not insure them for an event, so they just didn't go to that state. They just went around.
Now, I will tell you guys, have you noticed that Big Dog and I basically love each other from the day after the Super Bowl to the day right before football season begins? Have you noticed that? This is the Big Dog and I of 17 years. But when football's going on, have you noticed the tension that there is between us?
Now you have a war going with Philly, not with me.
Which is damn funny. It is damn funny. Which I said would probably be lost to history. And no, Philly's like, no, it's because of this. Like, that was hilarious. To have a fight with Philly is to have a fight with your deaf dog. The dog doesn't know any better. And I'm not calling Philly a deaf dog. I'm saying, why would you pick a fight? Oh, here we go. Yes, my chair is real, not green screen. Okay.
No, we know your chair is green because we saw it that it's green. So yes, but we don't know if it's yours.
Matt, you took a picture right here of you sitting in. Dude, for all I know, you were just standing in front of a chair. I didn't see you sitting in the chair. And Matt, you said you built a chair from IKEA. We have not seen you sit in the chair. This is all we've seen.
Well, actually, he said his friend built the chair.
Oh, the story's changed? Oh,
yeah.
Damn it. I didn't fast
He said that last time.
Part of the story.
He said that last time.
Come on.
That the chair, I heard it. That the chair finally got built.
Dying right now.
The chair finally got built, but it got built by a friend of his.
But I am building the chair, quote unquote.
Yeah, for like a year.
People do that.
For like a year.
Pisses me off.
He was fixing it for a year. He was unboxing it for a year. I think he just sat on the cardboard box. He sat on the cardboard box is what he was doing.
I'm sorry, Matt.
No, you're not.
Matt, this is the first time that I actually attack you on air, buddy. It's just when you were talking about the chair, I just like bullshit. I haven't seen it. And then when you posted that image, I'm like, oh, dude, that's way too easy.
Yep.
For all I know is you're standing in front of a chair. You're not even seated on it. Oh, my God. That one was way too easy. I'm sorry, Matt. But no, I'm not.
Lethal posted something in
Should
there
I
about.
show everyone the picture?
Nah, we've all seen it. Actually, before you do
In
that, I have
the
a question.
group.
I have a question for you, or your opinion. What do you feel about the Athletics not taking on the Sacramento name for the next 2 to 3 years? That they're refusing to do that. What is your opinion on that?
That is stupid.
I think it's disrespectful to Sacramento, who opened their arms to them.
And they actually want them to stay.
Yeah.
Sacramento has a project on the books for a full-fledged stadium. They want them to stay. But Utah's like, wait a minute. Ours is 1.5 billion. It's already in the works. Folks, Utah is only a matter of team. Utah's going to have a team. They're Salt Lake City, whether you agree or not, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't.
The Salt Lake Holy Rollers?
I had a few other names, but someone got offended and I had to be careful. I have to watch my derisiveness. I say it in jest, but yeah, Scorekeeper's a dick.
The Salt Lake City Mormonites?
No. That would be an interesting name. I'd be all right with it, but some people would get angry at that. I wouldn't. That's not what I was referring to. I already gave some names. It kind of rubbed people the wrong way, and I'm like, yeah, okay. I was going into the history of things, and I was out of place. I am sorry that you feel the way that you do.
So what do you think about the Athletics, though, and Sacramento?
Going back to that. Damn, thank you for saving me on that tangent because I got lost. I was looking down. I'm like, where am I going now? This is the athletic organization. No class, no taste, no nothing. Am I surprised? A little bit. But
Yeah.
No, this owner is classless.
Yes, and I believe it came from the owner saying we will never use the Sacramento name in association with our team.
Hey, buddy, thanks for taking me in for 3 years. I'm going to live in your house, and I'm not going to acknowledge the name of the family that's doing me a service.
So I'm wondering, I don't know if you have any, or if you read anything different. Will they just be going by the Athletics? Will they be the California Athletics? Will they stay with the Oakland Athletic name even though they're in Sacramento? I mean, have you heard anything as to what they will be called?
Good question, sir. No. I do. Well, okay. I have heard that they've removed the elephant on the ball as the.
Yes, I heard that. Yes, I heard that one.
They may just go with the Athletics. I don't know. I have not heard anything else other than that they removed, for now, their symbol, which that symbol goes back decades also, which is kind of cool.
But why take off the elephant? I mean, what does that have to do with Oakland or not Oakland or whatever? I mean, they're just taking this. I mean, was there any significance as to them why they removed it, other than they just want to upgrade their uniforms or something? Or
I don't have an answer. You're asking me to think like a dumb billionaire. I am dumb, yes, but I'm not a billionaire, so I'm not qualified.
Actually, you are neither.
You see what the hell's going on? Oh, that's right. It's not football season. Did you notice the big dog did not deny that when I said?
Unfortunately, you are not the second, which I wish you were, and you are definitely not the first.
Oh my God! I tell you, it's not football season because Big Dog and I do not like each other during football season. That's how competitive we are. And I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not trying to be a jerk about it. I've noticed that Big Dog and I get at each other during football season. That's funny because he's not a football guy and nor am I. So it's kind of like a neutral thing. And whether he agrees or not, it's not necessary because mine is more of a commentary. It just dawned on me.
Lethal has a. Huh.
As president of the A's fan club, they was decided with the help of Matt and the fan club a few months ago. Now, Big Dog has the purple machine against him. I now have the fast forward against him. Lethal has president of the A's fan club for decades. Oh my God. There were so many times when Lethal would send me a message. Hey, where the hell's Matt? Tell him to get on air. The A's president has to get on air.
Yep.
Oh my God. That goes back, guys. Oh my God. Oh, I just got a bill. I got a reminder from SoCal Gas that my bill's due. I just paid that yesterday. Why are you sending me a reminder today? I guess they must be full of
gas.
Yeah, I know that was lame. Sports Talk with the guys, home of the Monday morning quarterbacks on Saturday. It's 9:31 a.m. Pacific time. It is March 1st. What a wonderful morning. I will tell you folks that I am running short on time. I will have to end by 10 this morning, so we're down to about 30 minutes. So if you have anything that you would like us to talk about, please go ahead and do so. If not, I want to defer back to the Big Dog if he has any other stories that he wants to get to, or if he has something to follow up on. But I would like to tell. Oh, go ahead.
I've been having my hand up since you started talking.
I didn't see you because I was. Okay,
yes,
folks,
I know.
Here's a hint.
You were either looking at screen number 2 or screen number 3. Yes, I understand that.
Oh, you're funny. Screen number 2. I am dying for screen number 3. I only have 2. I have the one over to my left, but that's a different computer, the one right here. So look, I'll turn it on. But go. I'm taking your time.
Actually, no, I just question was for you or Lethal or Matt. Have you heard any updates about the Las Vegas stadium for the Athletics? I thought I read maybe about a month ago that now it will have a dome. Because I remember the original schematics or the original renderings was no dome, which I thought was idiotic for Vegas. I think we talked about that.
Oh, yes.
And I thought I read maybe about a month ago that now it will have a dome. Or a partial dome or something or other. Do you remember anything about that?
As a matter of fact, yes, we did. You may not have been there when my vitriol flew out, which is surprising. And because usually when I'm angry, Big Dog's there. So take it for what it is. So I'm just making a joke of this on my one observation. Big Dog's being the better person by not commenting, but I'm not going to let it go. So anyway, the new renderings make it look like the Sydney Theater.
Oh, okay.
That's how the new dome looks like. And maybe if Lethal could assist us, he could send us a link to some of the imagery, because he always does. I mean, Lethal is our stats guy, dare I say color guy, which is absolutely funny if you know anything about Lethal. I love calling him the color guy. But anyway, there's a dome. I can tell you that the casino's gone. It's been razed. RAZED.
Yes.
It's been razed to the ground. So that's where we are right now. But folks, again, there are so many questions in this deal that it still might not happen. It's crazy. So, but to answer your question, yes, there's no.
And I also heard the budget. It is now the budget's a lot higher now.
Yeah. Oh, there. See, the monitor's on. My third monitor, but that's on another computer.
And I will be right back.
I'll say it in so, Big Dog.
You have the helm.
Ooh. All right. I have the helm eye. Duty officer. Where's the duty officer? Anyway, or the watch officer, actually, I should say. But anyway, we're going to continue. When Nestor Cortez, yeah, we're all over the place, was talking about the best team. Dude, Nestor, you can feel all you want, dude, but scoreboard. The Dodgers were the better team, hands down. Doesn't matter. I readily admit it. I don't have to admit it. Look at the numbers. And I've always believed in that. Something has chafed me all my life, and Big Dog and I will get into it over this, where I have sarcastically answered him a few times, where I'll make a point and we're at odds and he'll say, well, that's fine. And I'm like, oh, well, I don't really care if you're fine with it. It requires not your fineness or your assent. It is a statement. And I don't go after the Big Dog only. I go after anyone who says that. It's kind of like when you see the videos of cops arresting someone and they have to control the argument. They have to get the last word in. It's like, okay, I don't, my comment does not require your assent. It does not require your agreement. It does not require your dissent. I really don't care. So when someone says this about the Yankees, a player that the best team got beat, my opinion matters not. Scoreboard, baby. The Dodgers won. They won hands down. I was so thankful that they did not get shut out in Game 3. That 2-run home run in the bottom of the ninth, thank God they didn't get shut out. And then they won Game 4. Thank God they didn't get swept. Dodgers outplayed them, outclassed them, out everything. From Kike to Ohtani, they outplayed the Yankees. Well, okay. Look at the numbers. Stanton did better than Ohtani. Hey, look at the numbers. I'm all right. But when they say, well, Judge and Ohtani, no, they were DHs. Stanton did better, but it doesn't matter. Dodgers won, and that's it. If I say, oh, well, this or this was better than, those are peanuts. It's a waste of time. Dodger fan doesn't require my assent by saying that they're the best team. Look at the scoreboard. That's it. My thing is, don't be dicks about it. Because you know what? If you guys want to be dicks about it, you don't only have the Yankees gunning for you. You don't realize you have the rest of baseball gunning for you. And you may be the best team, but when everyone is out to get you, dude, teams tire. And everyone else was watching how the Dodgers treated the Yankees and baseball. Think about that. It's going to be a little tougher for the Dodgers. But Dodger fan, I'm sure, is saying bring it on. Yeah, okay. Merry Christmas. Good for you. Aaron Judge this week famously said, when he was asked about the comments of certain Dodger players, and especially Joe Kelly, Judge said, we heard that, but there's nothing you can do besides beat them, Judge told reporters. They won. What a great answer by Judge. We heard. Let's settle it on the baseball field. And you, Big Dog, knows he's in agreement with me. You have an issue, where do you settle it? On the field. And this last year, the Dodgers settled it. They won. Okay, cabrones, you guys want to be dicks to baseball? You got the rest of baseball gunning for you. I am excited for this season. Does Doustis wish to add us to anything else, Big Dog, or are you frozen there? That's impossible.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking the same thing. I think he's saying, what if it came down to the Dodgers and the Giants and the winner gets the Yankees, I think is what he meant. But that'll never happen because the Giants aren't anywhere close to being a contender. So, exactly.
I think a lot of baseball can beat the Giants right now. Sorry, Matt. But we'll talk about that on March 27th. And I got to prep, man. I don't have a lot of time to prep, so I'm going to have to do that.
I want to see the rings. I want to see what those championship rings are going to look like, because every year they keep getting more extraordinary. I mean, the whoever's coming up with these new rings, whether it's baseball, basketball, football, they're going over the top. And I think what it is they're trying to beat the previous, winner, either the Super Bowl winner, NBA championship, major World Series winner. I think each time. So whatever the Eagles come out with, I think the Dodgers are going to try and beat that, or actually the other way around. Whatever the Dodgers come out with, the Eagles are going to try and beat that, because they're probably making the rings right now for the Eagles.
Let me also answer, and I'm going back to this this
Yeah.
brouhaha on the attitude.
Of course.
I am looking forward to the rings. Big Dog always is the one that brings the rings up. I always miss it. I like seeing that stuff. And I have a friend that I visited with who has a Dodger ring. Dude, I meant to ask him where he got it from, because if I can get the Dodger ring, then I can get other rings. Maybe I'll get the 2009 something. I was trying to think of a Raider victory. I'm like, no, they didn't win in 2000. That's why I trailed off. I was looking for
the Raiders would be what, 84?
Somewhere around there. Yeah. But Joe Kelly, who is America's hero, and we all know why, because he went after the a-holes. And remember when the guy was like, hey, he's like, oh yeah, whatever, be a crybaby. Remember that Joe Kelly, America's hero.
Yep.
Well, he ripped the Yankees this week.
Did
and
he?
he compared Garrett Cole to a 9-year-old and the Yankees as children. Well, Joe Kelly and all the Dodgers on the side, like the extra bits, are the ones that are mouthing off. You need to think about this. Did Freeman mouth off? No. Did Kershaw mouth off? Well, he couldn't. He wasn't playing. But did Betts? I know. I'm never going to lighten up on that guy. Did Betts mouth off? No. Did the big guys on the Dodger team not mouth off? No. All the extra players are the ones talking shit.
Yep.
Those are the ones that cause you problems.
Yes.
Because the other guys are like, well, you just shut the hell up. But you got the little punks on the side that are not the stars that are mouthing off. Well, Joe Kelly mouthed off. And the great comment from the Yankees was, did you play in the playoffs?
Yep.
So the theme by the Yankees was, who's mouthing off? Oh yeah, that's right. The guys that didn't play. So it's like, shut up, little bird. Shut up. We don't have time for you. But you're on the winning team, whatever, you're defending them. Whatever. Joe Kelly is America's hero because during COVID he was practicing pitching in his backyard and threw a 100-mile-per-hour fastball through his kitchen window. That's right. I remember that. It was on video. That was good. But Joe Kelly is the one that hit the a-holes and got kicked out. He got suspended, and I think people donated to cover his salary. I would have had I had a little bit of money just because screw the a-holes, but hey, Dodgers, good for you. Good for you. I saw every pitch, every inning of the World Series. It was great. I was frustrated. The Yankees were on the verge, and they were in every game except for Game 3 when they were almost shut out. They were in every game. The Dodgers outplayed them. Period. Scoreboard. My opinion matters not. Look at the scoreboard. So, be that as it may, Joe Kelly, I like you, buddy, but I agree. Shut the hell up. Were you playing? Were you on the playoff roster? I'm just curious, Mr. Kelly. But I still like Joe Kelly. Is Joe Kelly related to Chip Kelly? I think we'll have to fast forward this episode to find out when Lethal Migraine gives us the answer. I'm not going to let it go. I'm not going to let it go.
Actually, Matt, that's Jim Kelly's son.
I don't think so.
Aw, you should play along with it.
Oh, sorry. I was being serious because I'm stupid. I'm not that quick on the hook, folks. Sports Talk with the Guys, where a scorekeeper shows off his illustrious smartness. And is he Roberto Kelly's nephew? Very good. Very good, Lethal. Folks, we have a mean side to us here on Sports Talk with the Guys. Oh, God, do we? So, it's good. Now, very quickly in college news, I don't know if you guys heard, but a 4,000-yard quarterback entered the transfer portal. On Wednesday, Georgia State quarterback Zach Gibson entered the transfer portal after spending the 2024 college football season with the Panthers. After 2 years at Georgia Tech, the 6'2", 201-pound single caller joined the Panthers in 2024. Gibson passed for 1,004 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions last season. So
where's the 4,000 yards at?
In his first 2 years.
Oh,
yeah.
So he threw 3,000 the first year and 1,000 the second year? That's not good. Didn't you say he threw for 1,004 yards?
Oh, yeah. In the last season. 7 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. So I guess he threw 3,000 in his first year. Oh, wow. Very good.
That's what I'm saying. What a big decline. Maybe that's why he transferred.
Wow. Oh, Gibson recorded a touchdown pass in all 6 of his appearances last year in his career because he got hurt. So he only played in 30 games. He didn't play the full seasons. Okay. Okay, so that's a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. And it's quite a bit of yardage on that one. So Matt does acknowledge that one. He says, thank you, Peter, for trying. Okay.
What did I try?
I don't know. We'll see. Anything you want to get to, Big Dog, in these final waning moments?
No, I don't think so. Let me see if there's any NBA news I wanted to talk about. I don't think there was.
While he does that in Major League Baseball, I don't know if you guys heard about this. A 53-year-old former record-setting Major League Baseball player, Sauerbeck, passed away. He was best known for his 5 seasons with the Pirates from 1999 to 2003. In 2002, he pitched 78 games for the Pirates, where he set the franchise record for most games pitched in the season by a left-handed pitcher. And he left us early. It was a shame. 53 years old.
That's pretty young.
Yeah, well, someone who I enjoyed watching her in many things, from Harriet the Spy to the first movie, Ghostbusters. Inspector Gadget. She was the original Penny in the movie. Michelle Trachtenberg.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yeah. Still unknown what happened to her. Their conjecture is that she had recently had a liver transplant. Yeah. And they feel that her body rejected it. And she passed away. And then, of course, a day later, we found out that Gene Hackman had passed away, and that he had actually passed away 2 weeks ago, is what now
they're saying about 9 days, it looks like.
Yeah, because evidently he had a pacemaker. He had a pacemaker, and the last activity from the pacemaker was, like you said, whatever 9 days before was. That was the last movement from the pacemaker. But they still don't know what happened. They talked about that yesterday. Came over the news mid-evening or early evening that it was not carbon monoxide, as everybody was thinking it was. So
yeah, because they were found in different rooms.
Yes.
But his wife, who's a bit younger than him,
30 years.
She apparently there was some medication found around her.
Yes. So
that's all we know. And that's a shame.
Yeah.
Gene Hackman, Oh my God, the man that you would love to love and readily love to hate. Crimson Tide, folks. Look at him as the captain on that submarine boat against Denzel Washington. Oh my God. He is incredible as the captain in the movie. Oh my God, I just said the name, right?
Crimson Tide.
Crimson Tide. It is phenomenal. And he was in Unforgiven. He played the sheriff in Unforgiven, an incredible role opposite Clint Eastwood.
I
And
believe
of
he won the
course-
Oscar for that, right? Didn't he win the supporting Oscar?
Ooh, was it that one?
I believe it was. I believe that was his Oscar win. Or no, wait a minute. I think it was maybe as a supporting actor. So I know his big Oscar win was, of course, The French Connection, way back in the day in '72.
He was also in the Royal Tenenbaums, among so many things. But for many fans, the big dog included, although Kevin Spacey was incredible, and forget his baggage, Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor. Oh my God.
Yep.
Again, there have been some good Lex Luthors, but Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor was unreal. Was there a man? Oh, God. There was menace to him. I mean, the cockamamie idea of,
Yep.
beachfront property. The genius of it. And the jokes going on later where they're like, huh? What? I have an affinity for beachfront property. It would
Yep.
always come back to that. I remember in Superman 2 when they're about to kill him and he's like, oh, come on. And then Superman shows up on the flagpole and he's like, oh, thank God. Get him! Oh, Gene Hackman, just incredible. We have lost an incredible artist, an incredible individual that loved his craft.
Yes.
And thank you, Lethal. Thank you. Hoosiers, Mississippi. Oh my God! A line that I use forever in The Replacements. Remember in the final game, the strike's over, and he's talking about them in halftime, and he says, it strikes over. You know what that means? It means you're out of a job. That means tomorrow it's a new day. Do you know what that means right now? It makes you dangerous. Remember?
Yep.
Says you have no tomorrow. This is it. That makes you, oh my God, delivered by Gene Hackman. Oh man. I always said that when we lose Clint Eastwood, doesn't matter your political bent, it's going to be a sad day in America. I never thought about Gene Hackman also.
Clint Eastwood is probably the last living cowboy that we have. I can't think of any others that were cowboys that are still around.
I have not seen that one. The Clark Kent preview. I have not seen that. That's interesting. I like that. But Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor. Oh my God. He was great. Oh man. And I'm sorry that we lost him. And I laugh and I smile, but I am saddened because we lost him. But when you think of someone like that, think of all the smiles he brought you. Think of all the times he angered you because he was that good in everything that he did. I'm glad that he will live with us forever, all of his work.
And for those who are superstitious, of course, we're waiting for the third person because the saying is always that they die in threes. Yeah. And of course, we had Michelle Trachtenberg, and then we found out about Gene Hackman. But so now we need a third. Hopefully, it doesn't happen, but that's usually the trend, the way it goes.
Now, the older group is saying, "Well, who the hell is Michelle Trachtenberg?" I said, "Well, that's your fault."
Yeah.
She has been in so many things that she went young, and it's a shame. Such a beautiful young lady.
And I mean, tomorrow's the Oscars. And with Gene Hackman being found out that he had passed away just a couple of days ago, the Oscar people are just scrambling to get some sort of video homage to him, because they always do that at the Oscars, where they say people that have passed the year before, people that we've lost last year, but I think you would include Gene Hackman on that one. Or at least they're trying to.
Yeah. And folks, I was so excited about the Inspector Gadget movie. Michelle Trachtenberg as Penny was one of the highlights, even though she was so young. She was really good at Penny. And it was great. As you all know, we were so unhappy the dog Brain didn't get that was the show, the dumb dog in the cartoon, for those of you that have seen it. And the dog didn't get a fair shake in the movie. Okay, Matt says, did we freeze? No, we're not dead yet. It's probably my stupid
no
phone.
freezing.
He says, I'll call you later. Okay, appreciate that, Matt. So,
and you use your full name. I wonder if you're in trouble.
I think he tagged me on Facebook. Bye, guys. Aww.
Bye, Matt. Just forward.
Has left the house.
Forward the live TV. Don't worry about it. And one last bit of news here that it figures. I really don't give a flying, what about it. 47. I can't call him 45 anymore. 47 said Friday that he would pardon baseball great Pete Rose and criticized Major League Baseball for barring the all-time hit leader from the Sports Hall of Fame for gambling. Let's see. He made in 2004 that he gambled, blah, blah, blah. Says, quote, over the next few weeks, I will be signing a complete pardon of Pete Rose, who shouldn't have been gambling on baseball, but only bet on his team winning, 47 said, as he posted on his own social media. Okay. He never betted against himself or any other team. He had the most hits by far in baseball history and won more games than anyone in sports history. What?
Again, yes. The
I know.
and jackass.
Yes, I know.
Folks, Big Dog, did he get in trouble with the underage girl?
P. Rose?
Yeah.
I believe there was, yes. That was, because I don't know, legally.
Right.
Baseball-wise, he did. Baseball-wise, yes. Legally, I'm not sure.
And folks, he's really living in fantasy land. That's kind of interesting. Folks, as Sheriff Joe Arpaio found out, being a lawman, do you know what a pardon is? Let me just cut to the chase. Sheriff Joe Arpaio found out the hard way. When he was given a pardon by this former number 45, someone was asking him, well, sir, as a convicted, what are you talking about? I have a pardon. Well, no, sir, you should know this, that under the Supreme Court ruling such and such, and I don't have the number, by you accepting a pardon, you accept that you broke the law. Why would you accept a pardon then? And the look on Joe Arpaio's face, and they showed it's right here in the Supreme Court ruling. So you were convicted of breaking the law by you accepting the pardon. Even though he was never convicted and never finished, he convicted himself by accepting the pardon. So you guys have to understand that if you accept the pardon, you're acknowledging that you broke the law. Pete Rose is going to get a pardon after the fact for what he did with an underage girl. How apropos that it would be 47 to be given the pardon, because he has no right to give a pardon over the baseball stuff. That's like getting fired from a job and then president saying, I pardon you for being fired from the job. It has nothing. Oh, that's right. The economy's going to crap. So you got to cover it up and throw fodder to the minions. Okay, I get it. Sorry. Yes, we are still live, Aisha, but we are finishing up. Oh, man, we got 15 seconds. Anything else, Big Dog?
Nope. Take care of it. Take us out.
All right. We're out of here, guys. Love you. Peace. See you next week.